isso aqui é um problema, hein? Essa não é a atitude. Você tem que falar assim, não, acontece, vida que segue, foco na partida. Se ficar remoendo, é pior.
É, e aí ele tinha muita barra, né, velho? Tinha muito recurso, podia matar de várias formas, né? Inclusive, é um bloco ali, eu acho que ele até matava, tá? Ele chiparia, né? Mas aí não deu certo pra ele 1 a 0, vamos lá.
Inclusive, vou aproveitar aqui, ó, e agora o pessoal do chat falou aqui, é Dak Korg. Eu juro pra vocês que agora que vocês falaram que eu reparei que não tem um Dark ali. Eu falei errado a vida inteira.
É verdade, cara. Não, mas eu falo errado desde que eu nasci, né?
Não, eu também. Mas, galera, vocês são incríveis. Obrigado aí por avisarem a gente. E aí, ó, Dak Korg com a sua Viper maravilhosa. Jogador da Coreia. Consegue colocar mais um round pra cima do Molt. E o Molt parece que ele tá jogando abalado. Não sei não, hein?
Eu tô achando que aqui perdeu o controle, hein? Kombi no meio fio aqui. Papo de capote, ó. Vamos ver se ele consegue achar uma resposta. Você tá falando de nome errado, Vini. Uma vez eu tava narrando a Liga Latina, o Pro Play mandou mensagem pra mim durante a partida, cara. Pediu pra eu falar o nome dele certo. Você acredita, velho?
Ah, mano, tá na chuva é pra se molhar, né? É isso aí.
E aqui o Mocha aqui jogando melhor, hein, mano. Jogando neutrão, ó. Importante esse burnout aqui pro rapaz. Vai tentando se espaçar ali, controlar. O Dak Korg sabe do burnout, do problema, tá esperando a barra voltar. Conseguiu se defender, inclusive, muito bem, né? Conseguiu ele dar aquela controlada. E olha a velocidade que a barra voltou, né? Ele simplesmente ficou no neutro ali. Nossa, aqui já foi pro level 3.
Cara, e o Molt de novo tomando uma decisão esquisita. Porque ele podia matar com o nível 2. Talvez até com o nível 1. E ele foi lá e já castou Critical Art. E você viu o que ele fez? E imediatamente ele reconheceu que ele podia ter feito algo um pouco mais econômico. Ele tomou a decisão e se arrependeu instantaneamente.
Pois é, velho. Decisões e decisões, família. Aqui é valendo. Cara, e esse chute continua do mesmo jeito que era na 4, né? Olha lá, ó. Coisa boa, hein, Vini? Ó, que saudade. Nossa, que esfregada, hein? Coisa boa, Vinicinho. O homem tá preparado, hein?
Quase burnout pro Molt. O Molt tá com um grande problema. Vamos ver se ele vai conseguir recuperar a compostura. Parece que é o que tá faltando pra ele. Vantagem de vida aqui é do Dak Korg.
E aqui é uma luta boa, cara. Muita barra pro Mocho agora. Tentou se aproximar ali pra aproveitar, mas aí o Dak Korg tava muito preparado. Você vê, né? Ele queria o burnout, ele tentou se arriscar e o Dak Korg fez a punição incrível. Problema. Ih!
Ei!
Meu irmão. Escombava, hein?
Vamos ver como que ele vai se defender. Nossa, o pulo neutro e o burning kick. Mais uma vez, o Molt já leva a mão ali no rosto. Ele tá jogando meio tiltado.
Ah, mano, ele tá tomando decisões ruins, né? Nada dá certo, né, mano?
Eu tô achando que nessa aqui nem com a minha ajuda, viu?
Não dá, não. Tá tomando decisão ruim, mano. É que eu falo sempre, Vini, decisão ruim, mano, é igual cerveja ruim. É só amarga primeiro, depois vai suave, tá ligado? Aí na hora que você assusta, você já tá bêbado. Aí já acabou, aí você já perdeu. Complicado, mano. E é o que tá acontecendo com o monstro, né, mano? Ele, tipo assim, porque a pior decisão é sempre a próxima, né?
Pô, galera, o Buiu, ele tem uma sabedoria desbalanceada, né? Do nada ele puxa umas pedradas que você fala assim, cara, miserável, tem razão. Você é doido, olha, pressão, Dak Korg, o parry. Aqui parece que essa lambreta já empinou pro Molt, hein? O agarrão, no susto.
É, famosa, mano. O que tá rolando aqui, mano? E aqui o Dak Korg, nossa, meu Deus, que coisa linda, hein, mano? Conversão, match point, e aqui já esquece, né? Aqui, como diz, já arrastou a placa, né, Vini? Aqui só chamar o Detran.
Ah, mano, aqui eu tô falando nem com a minha ajuda, galera, ó. Aqui não tem como, o Molt né, tá eliminado, não tem mais volta pra ele. Jogando esse Street Fighter aí, eu não sei não, hein.
É, mano, difícil. Esse aqui é loser, hein, família? Quem perdeu daqui pega o quê? Pega quem? Pega o Uber, filho. Chorou. O Dak Korg já tá jogando soltinho, né? Tá se aproximando, fazendo a gameplay plástica, né? Jogando muito bem. Olha só, cara. Tá jogando solto, né, Vini? Ó. Agora foi confirmado.
Nível 1. Oh, segurou o parry. Não veio nada, vamos ver. O Molt ainda tá no jogo, vamos ver. Ó, um round, é tudo que ele precisa. Se ele tomar um combo aqui, bem tomado, Buiu, você acredita que ele morre?
Ah, com certeza. Agora, Dalce de papel? Papel celofane?
Não é nem o Dalce é o problema, nem a Viper. O Dalce tem a mesma vida que todo mundo, pô.
É verdade. E tá de CA, né, mano? Ó, e é verdade, mano. Nossa, você vai arrancar lá, deixa eu ver.
E...
Meu Deus.
O Stagger,
Nossa,
e aí
achou.
consegue... Ó, beleza. Pelo menos ganhou um round agora o Molt. Será? Será que dá pra sonhar? Vamos ver. Um round foi.
Família, vamos lá. Salva o match point e vamos nessa, hein? Mais uma luta pra vocês aí. Sensacional! Da Korg. Molt tentando alguma coisa aqui, tentando o sonho. Tentando meu amigo foi buscar Inárnia, ó. E aqui vai doer, hein? Meu amigo foi buscar Inárnia. Coisa bonita.
Olha o dano que isso vai dar. Coisa bonita. Isso aqui vai quase matar. Prometo.
Que delícia, hein, mano?
Ai, que delícia. Guess for game. Já era.
E aqui o trade, mano.
Galera,
não tem
ó.
nem choro, né, mano?
Will, você é testemunha que eu tentei fazer minha parte, mas nem 2 contra 1 aqui deu certo. O Molt simplesmente... Ele foi derrotado no 1 a 0, né? A gente viu. Você toma 1 a 0 por causa de um erro de execução e você fica remoendo aquilo, afobado, triste. Ai, nossa, o que aconteceu? Se você não tem aquela... É a marca do monstro, né? Remoendo, pensando naquilo, a sua de lado. Difícil.
Vamos lá, Terryzão contra Dawson. Terryzão é difícil, hein, mano. Aqui é nós, né? Aqui é Dawson, né? Eu tô maluco.
Não, você tá... Rapaz, Terry é bom contra Dawson.
Não, tô falando que nós vamos torcer pro Dawson. O Terry esquece, né? O Terry tá maluco. Velho, o Terry, ele é muito completo, velho. Ele tem tudo, irmão. O Terry, ele é demais,
né, mano?
Que boneco.
Terryzada é um personagem que joga muito bem contra o Dawson justamente porque ele tem facilidade de se aproximar, né? Do nada mete um burn knuckle. Se o Dawson tá tentando teleportar, você ainda tem tempo de se recuperar e dar um DP. E aí vocês vejam, bom perfect parry do Jab. Consegue ali, ó, já o agarrão. E quem tá sendo pressionado no canto é o Chakra.
Nossa, é todo plus, filha. Nossa, meu Deus, botou a mão. Agora, se o Chakra bota ali um jab interessante, ó. E vai gastar, né? Vai tentar, não vai economizar, vai tentar manter o momento ali, principalmente de barra. Um antiaéreo de jab bem tiroso. Meu amigo, que é isso?
Nossa, e belo confirm de um hit.
Que isso, velho? Pô, jabzinho de tal, bater uma antiaéreo de jab, velho. Street Fighter 6, pô.
Na verdade, o Terry ali não é nem confirme de um hit, né? Porque o soco forte dele tem 2 hits e é até mais fácil de confirmar. Você ainda precisa ser rápido, mas não é como você precisar ser tão rápido quanto alguns outros golpes. E o Jabiam tá fazendo aí muito bem os perfect parries, pressionando. Vamos ver se o Chaka vai conseguir se adaptar, porque por enquanto tá dando tudo errado pra ele.
E vamos lá, hein? Vamos nessa então, vantagem de vida agora pro Jabin, muito tranquilo. Mais uma vez ele sabe de algo,
sabe
mano.
Jogar contra
Ali
menos eu,
conhece...
peso demais, hein, mano?
Resetou ali o Chaka. Ver o que ele vai aprontar, tá com um pouquinho a vida, em situação assim é muito difícil, né? Você pode tomar um burn knuckle random e você vai ficar no Guess for Game.
Não, e detalhe, né? Barra pra caramba, vamos ver. Opa! Okiou bem, se aproximou agora o Chaka. Meu Deus, Dramipati, sensacional! É disso que eu tô falando, Vini, ó. Que delícia, hein? Coisa boa. E ele fez o econômico, né, mano? 1.0 ali, guardou a barrinha, mano.
Você tá maluco. Aqui, conseguiu executar muito bem. Agora sim, acorda aí. É bom o Chaka já acordar cedo mesmo, porque ele precisa. Aqui você não pode deixar o oponente criar momento, não. Abrir aquele 2 a 0, a gente já viu como isso pode ser cruel. Vai agora pro nível 3, vai colocar o Jab-M no burnout e o Chaka vai ficar ali, ó, com um pouquinho de barra pra trabalhar. Só que o detalhe, né? O Dawson não é o melhor personagem do mundo pra pressionar no burnout.
Não. Não é mesmo. Ó, e olha só, espaçamento bom agora do Jab, hein? Se aproximou bem. Tem que tomar cuidado porque o level 3 tá na tela, hein? Tá com a merendeira cheia ali, o nosso amigo. Opa! Chimezinho gostosinho. O famoso, né, mano? O famoso, né? Esse time é coisa linda, né, mano? Pô, esse floatzinho na cara da inimiga é pesado.
Cara, e esse mix-up aí do Chaka foi muito legal, porque naquela situação, normalmente o Dawson vai nas costas, né? Ele fez o fake cross-up, né, que a gente chama. É o falso cross-up. Você finge que vai nas costas, usa a expectativa do oponente contra ele, fica do mesmo lado e o Diabiam tomou liso. E aí o Shaka conseguiu uma boa conversão pra finalizar, 1 a 0 pro homem.
Ó, e tá propondo, hein, cara. Nossa, meu Deus, que coisa boa. Sobe mesmo, filho.
De novo.
Ó, de novo.
Ok. Dando bom, hein, mano. Nossa, que é isso? Coisa linda, filho. Aqui tá gabaritando a prova, hein. Tá passando a prova aí. Toma o telefone pra ficar tranquilo aí. Tonho.
Nossa.
Fez o X, soco médio,
Acabou.
já tá em burnout.
E não tem muito que possa ser feito. Aqui era garantido. O nível 1 teria perdido pra essa magia da mesma forma. E agora sim, do jeito que a gente gosta de ver, o Shaka tá crescendo pra cima do Diab.
É isso, hein, mano. 1 a 0. Ó, coisa boa, cara. O Shaka realmente, esse último round, coisa de cinema. Jogou muita bola, velho. Muita bola. Aulas.
Nossa, o dive
Olha
espaçado
só,
no
cara.
limite, hein? Pegou
Não,
no peito do pé do Terry.
É. Muito forte. E aqui o Diabo já tá começando a meter os burnuckle ali, né, mano? Famoso, né?
É,
Os famosos mata-cobra, né, mano? Pra ver se dá alguma coisa.
Barnacó. E
de
esse
novo.
golpe é absurdo nessa matchup. Mario, ok. Buster Wolf.
Lembra muito o Balrog, né, mano? Qualquer
dependeu, hein?
personagem que tem esse socão que cruza a tela, meu Deus do
Puta
céu.
que pariu.
Coisa boa. Obrigado. Tamo junto, tamo junto.
Entregas.
Ele sim, libera o Pix. Libera o Pix. Libera o Pix.
Caiu na conta, hein, família? Que isso? O cara ficou abaixado esperando, de repente levantou pra tomar gostoso.
Aqui, ó.
Diabiam. Ô, Will, cadê? Manda o cavalo de teta pra ele aí, pô. Você tá
Aqui
maluco.
salvou.
Coisa boa, hein, mano? Libera o Pix. Vamos nessa, mano. 2 a 0 pro Shaq, hein? Ah, bet é difícil. Ah, Barnaco, né? Tá. Pô, é igual o straight do Bonada. Aqui é no talentinho. Né? Ainda conta com atores contratados.
É o Shaka Bet. Você tá maluco. 2 a 0 pro Shaq e o Diabiam fazendo a jogada mais cavalo de teta que a gente já teve nessa noite aqui de
Coisa
quarta-feira.
boa.
Na verdade, já é madrugada de quinta.
É isso. Diretamente das ilhas de Paquetá, mano. Essa aí foi brincadeira, mano. Acho que nem eu faço isso aí. Mas, ó, é Capcom Cup, o cara tá nervoso. Não tem o que fazer. E vamos lá, mano. 2 a 0 pro Shaka. Ó, sinceramente não esperava, hein. Esperava uma luta mais difícil, mas o Shaka realmente ele é um Dawson que na Street Fighter League ele já nos momentos, tipo assim, já desmentiu muita gente, né? Um cara muito técnico, né? Ele é um
muito bom.
especialista de verdade.
Sim, ele é bom. E aqui ele tá mostrando, né? Ontem a gente não conseguiu ver a qualidade do jogo dele que a gente tá acostumado, mas aqui contra o Diab a gente tá vendo essa qualidade. E aonde a qualidade faltou, o Pix cantou. Brincadeira, galera. Mas ó, aquela jogada ali foi esquisita. Bom pro Shaka que agora tá aí, ó. Pronto pra já, quem sabe, conquistar o match point. Hey!
Nossa.
Aí aqui é ó, checou bem, mano. Deixa eu ver aqui, ó. Mais um socozinho da verdade, vamos
Toma.
ver. Controlando. Que delícia, hein, Vini? Ó, só no carinho, né, mano?
Zoneada.
Você viu?
Você viu
Zoneada
o
da
soco
minha
mesmo,
Shaka, hein?
É, o
doido.
Burnacle veio, mas o backdash veio junto, né? E aí o If Punish foi maravilhoso. Match point pro nosso manito Shaka.
Vamos lá, hein? Lembrando que o Shaka tá na primeira fase, né?
Ih, errou ali
Nossa, cara,
a execução, não tem
ainda bem
problema.
que tava longe, hein?
É.
Coisa boa, demos sorte. Conversão ali, teve que dar o reversal aqui, vai ter que pilotar essa barra aí, sempre muito complicado. O Dawson é aquele boneco que, quando tá em pé, tá bonito. Mas aqui tomou um jumpinho maravilhoso, vamos ver.
Ei,
Tentou pular.
toma. Troca de lado é boa, hein?
Ele aqui já voltou pro canto, vamos ver. Tem 3 barras ali o Shaq, hein, mano. Aqui vai ser confirmado, né, mano? Acabou não gastando, hein? Não vai dar mais.
Acontece. Mais um round aí pro Diabiam, mas é match point pro Shaka, os dois jogadores agora com o nível 3. Shaka vai ter que jogar um pouco mais cauteloso, né? Porque o Terry tem um dano absurdo. Com o nível 3 ele causa bastante dano, mas se ele fizer o Power Geyser, o Triple Geyser é dano maior ainda. Consegue o nível 3 do Shaka, e isso aí é extremamente importante pro jogador de Dawson, porque agora ele pode trabalhar na vantagem de vida.
É isso, obrigando o oponente a fazer decisão ruim, né? E vamos nessa, ó. Vai controlando bem ali. Shaka com muita paciência, pilotando o seu Dawson. 2 a 0 é match point pra nós. Tradezinho ok, ok,
Nossa.
gostei, hein, mano. 2 hitzinhos gostoso. Lapada
valendo.
seca, né, Vinicinho?
Tá valendo muito
Tá
a pena
indo.
esse trade.
Foi controlada, né, mano? É passinho, como é que ele vem, mano, ó. Fakeando. O Diab também com muita paciência, ele tem muita barra, né, mano? Mas ele tá perdendo o
olha o
drive,
trade.
que é muito importante. E aí, meu irmão, tá acabando a sua barra, filho. E aí, o antiaéreo da verdade é o Chaco Porteiro do Enem. Não
quê?
vai passar ninguém, acabou
Isso pegou.
passando, acabei
Ele meteu o
zicando.
louco. Ele
Mano,
meteu o
como?
louco, ele fez a caída. Eu faço isso na ranked também, viu? Eu pulo e faço nível 3 contra a Dalcy. Mas aqui não tem como, viu? Ó, já era. Ele consegue o Perfect Parry. E o Jabiem está eliminado da Capcom Cup.
Passou, amigo Shaq,
vai
hein?
ter a oportunidade de ser o oponente do Enel. Ele ainda tem uma chance de ir para a fase 2 da Capcom Cup 12.
3-0. Vini, você faz isso, mano, na ranked. Você pula empty jump super?
Contra a Dalcy tem que fazer. Sabe por quê? Porque, tipo
Tá
assim,
maluco, cara, eu
dependendo
tô
da range...
decepcionado com você,
Não,
mano.
isso aí funciona, pô. Isso aí eu aprendi com o pro player. Você pula no Dawson, no burnout sem vida, o cara vai querer te dar um poke, né? E o poke do Dawson vai longe. Você consegue ele acertar ele meia tela de distância. Então, se o boneco tem poder
Ah, tá. Você tá falando pra pegar o hutbox do poke dele.
Isso,
Ah,
isso.
sim.
O que o Diabiem tava antecipando era isso aí, né? Só que daí o Chaka teleportou e tomou do mesmo jeito.
Lutão, hein? Esse amigo Mena aqui passa, né?
Brasil. Então a chance de vocês irem lá e conhecer muitos jogadores, eu com certeza vou lá
Apesar
pra
que
conhecer os meus
o
ídolos.
Simone quase matou
Tomar um
mas
o
0-2
agora-
também, por que não, né, Vini? Hã?
Com
Mena, não
certeza.
foi ou não?
Abuiu, agora é hora de partida. Menardi contra Dak Korg. Essa aqui é valendo vaga na fase 2 que acontece amanhã. Que vença o melhor.
Vamos lá! Que aqui o Benan já começa, hein? Nossa, mas o Dark Cock ele levantou, Vini. Já contestou, hein? E a partida começa como, né, mano? Proibido defender, ó. Mas aqui o Benan já está na frente. Mano, que monte de botão que é esse, velho? Que loucura.
A gente de vida aqui é do Mena. Tentou checar o Drive Rush. Foi surpreendido.
Uau.
Isso é plus, tá morto.
Mano, esse
Irmão, a
bagulho dá
boneca
muito
não
dano,
para,
mano. É
filho.
absurdo, velho.
E aí o negócio ficou meio esquisito. Ele achou
Absurdo
que era
esse dano aí,
vender,
mano.
só que não. E aí não tem como, mano. Cara. E a Viper tem essa característica de não ser muito jogada, né? Então o maluco de vez em quando ele dá. Você ter um boneco fora do meta, Vini, é uma coisa boa também, né? Que o cara, às vezes, o desconhecimento pega até no mais alto nível, né?
E no caso da Viper, a gente não pode esquecer que ela é a última personagem lançada como DLC. Então ela não é um personagem que todo mundo já entendeu como funciona, o que pode fazer. O cara que tá mais entendido de Viper nesse momento é justamente aquele cara que joga com ela.
Mano, e aqui o negócio não tá bom pro Mena não, hein, mano. Tomando uma pressão absurda. Meu Deus, 5 doleta, deitou. O Mena sai com um pulo de cross muito corajoso. O Dark Kog muito ofensivo, cara. Olha só.
O Whiff Punish.
Nossa, que Whiff Punch maravilhoso. E aqui o Mena meteu o louco, né? Precisava pra ficar vivo.
Louco, bom
Nossa,
pulo pra
belo
trás
Whiff
ali,
Punish,
hein?
que isso?
Ai,
Complicou pro Mena. Ele não tem nível 2,
Só
não vai ter
esperar.
ali o fator do comeback, não vai ter V-Trigger pra ativar. Vai ter que fazer na raça esse comeback, hein? Vamos ver. O Mena é encardido. Não duvidem dele.
Vai ver os bagulho deixando em
Consegue
burnout,
o
hein, ó.
grabzinho aqui. Nossa, ele tá tentando não ser... entrar em burnout, né? Mas a Viper consegue pegar o cara em qualquer distância, né, velho? Ela consegue checar a defesa do cara, né, Vini?
Sim. E ali era uma situação muito ingrata pro Mena mesmo, né? Ele tentou pular pra trás, só que a Viper, ela ainda tem o Burning Kick que projeta ela mais pra frente ainda. Então o Mena acabou sendo atingido, ó. E aqui, o Dark Korg, ele realmente tá crescendo pra cima do Menardi. 1-0 no placar,
Vini,
e olha como que ele tá
de
jogando.
ontem pra hoje ele descobriu algo, né, mano? E aqui a Kombi do Mena perdeu o controle, mano. Aqui é folga na direção, papo de... O Mena teria um segundo personagem, ô Vini, ou não?
Ele tem um Bison, né? Ele tem o Zangief, ele joga com outros personagens, mas assim... O Mena, na verdade, eu acho que ele se encontrou mesmo de volta, né? E a resposta pra ele era o fato de que ele tinha que apostar no Blanca. Eu acho que ele tá fazendo certo, só que aqui, por enquanto, o oponente está grande pra cima do Mena.
Gente, o que tá acontecendo? Capcom Cup, que é isso, mano? Atores contratados. De novo, hein? Olha aí, mano, a bruxa não para, filho. A bruxa hoje tomou energético, que ela não dormiu ainda, né?
Mano, isso aqui é doideira, filho.
Cara, isso aqui é doideira, mano. Sem Mena, sem Xiaohai, mano. Sem
Vamos.
violência, hein?
Torcedores,
E aqui é level
calma.
2.
Mena tá vivo ainda, vamos nessa. Burnout agora do Dark Korg. Ei,
Aí aqui um monte de pressão. Cara, o Dark Kog do Burnout trabalhando firme, hein? Mas aqui vai tomar agora a noia.
nossa,
Troca
boa
de
troca
lado,
de lado.
muito inteligente. O Mena inteligentemente também se posiciona. E aqui a barra dele voltou.
Oh,
Ele tá tentando dar esse trade com o quê, cara? Que eu não tô entendendo.
é que na verdade fica difícil ali do oponente punir, né? Então ele só tá fazendo mesmo pra tentar surpreender.
Ah, tá. Não quer trade em nada, né?
É, se der trade ele consegue converter, mas mesmo que não venha o trade ele fica safe, desde que ele faça bem espaçado.
Aí aqui, ó, aqui um round bom pro Mena, hein, mano? Ó, vamos ver, faz o plus frames ali do joelhinho. Agora sim, uma grande leitura do Mena. Utilizando esse pulo do Blanca, que é incrível, né? Que até uma distância absurda ele pulou pra trás ali. Conseguiu, né? O Dark Kog andando pra frente igual um maluco.
É, o Dark Korg ele tentou dar uma perseguida ali, mas só que aí, né, o pulo do Mena pegou bem na fuça da Viper e acabou se dando mal. Ó, esse chute médio da Viper tem um alcance absurdo. E ele vai gastar o nível 3 porque ele quer estabelecer a vantagem de vida. A gente, né, tá vendo ele tentando estabelecer isso e trabalhar em cima disso. O Mena vai buscar o nível 2, tenta o parry e vai ficar cada vez mais difícil. Ei, mas não é possível, é agora. Toma,
É agora,
nível 2.
filho, o momento do pimba. Meu Deus, reversal. O Mena não pode entrar em burnout, senão ele vai de arrasta, hein? Vai ter que trabalhar esse level 2 aqui, ele vai botar o chip pra plantar. Opa!
Ei.
Parryzinho entrou, velho.
Dá pra ter matado. Ele podia ter feito extensão com Drive Rush, mas aí o jab pra checar o wake up. Dark Korg 2-0 contra o Menard. Isso é inacreditável.
É inacreditável, Vini. Tô te falando, mano. Essa Capcom Cup está sendo a Capcom Cup das zebras, velho. E vamos ver se ele vai ter troca de boneco aí, mano. Tomou 2-0 completamente inacreditável. Lembrando que quem botou o Dark Kog na loser foi o próprio Mena num 3-2, né?
O Mena. Exato. O Mena voltou pra dar aquela respirada. A gente sabe que o Mena é perfeitamente capaz de fazer essa virada. Só que o Dark Korg ele veio com o Mena labado, né? Assim, cara,
O Mena,
o tanto que esse cara passou estudando o Mena de ontem pra hoje, eu queria saber o que ele fez, qual foi o método.
É, o Mena
Pode
não achou
começar a vender
nada, né?
curso, filho.
É, na média, no neutro, não achou nada. Não teve level 2, não teve assalto, né? Não precisou de polícia, nada disso, Vini. Não teve setup de core, não teve nada.
Uhum. Ei,
E agora o Mena, esse chute pra trás do Mena funcionando, né? Que trabalhou agora na frame trap, funcionou. Opa! Pezinho imundo. O Dark Kog agora bem passivo, né? Defendendo bastante ele, esperando acontecer.
belo whiff punish do Mena. Vai trabalhar com o Blancachan. Isso aqui vai ser o suficiente pra finalizar. E é aí que a gente tá vendo. A compostura do Mena tá lá. 2-0. E vocês veem que ele tá 100% no jogo.
Rapaz, e aqui o Dark Kog apertando na hora errada, hein, mano. E aqui vai doer, mano. Level 2, combi do pinball, coisa boa. Deixa eu ver. Tem o Blancachan. Agora sim, Vini. Abriu a tampa do bueiro, ó. Coisa boa, filho. Já vai ser pra mais um.
esse Super 2, mano, é
Botou
forte
o Blancachan,
demais, mano.
agora
Olha
levanta a
isso,
mão, né? Aqui levanta a mão.
Isso aqui vai combar? Não. No Command Grab não comba, é só no Grab normal. E aí complicou, tenta o
Morreu.
backdash.
Não pegou.
Bait do Menard não conseguiu punir. Mas esse round aqui parece muito difícil de reverter. Vamos ver se o Mena vai conseguir colocar o seu primeiro ponto no placar.
E aqui se o Dark Kog encher esse level 3 aqui, o negócio muda completamente de figura, né? Que aí o potencial de dano é explosivo, mas aí o Mena tá tentando jogar por um pouco, ó, tá chegando, e aí mais um levantamento corajoso. E ele comemora, tá vivo na Capcom Cup, hein? O boi da cara
2-1.
preta tá chegando.
Ontem ele fez a virada, ele pode fazer de novo. Aqui é aquela coisa, né, Will? De um lado o Mena com a compostura, Dark Korg tem a vantagem no set, mas e aí? E a experiência? É a primeira Capcom Cup dele. Será que ele tem o que é necessário para eliminar o tricampeão da Evo, Menardi?
Ele é bimundial, né?
Insano,
duas
hein?
Capcom
Coisa
Cup,
boa. Agora o
mudou
Menar
isso.
vai se aproximando, vai descendo o aço. Mudou, hein? O homem tá com um plano
Erro de execução.
diferente.
2 erros de execução seguidos do Dark Korg. Isso já é um mau sinal. Pulo
Uau!
do Mena. O
E
jogo
aí
mudou.
o pulo clássico, né, mano? De rodoviária ali, numa leitura clássica. O jumpinho ali seco. E o Mena se mostrando muito melhor na luta, mano. Que isso, mano. Bolinha na queima-roupa.
Eu não queria falar isso porque eu não quero lembrar do que aconteceu e usar como exemplo, mas isso aqui tá lembrando Norte Pedro contra o Cobaiano.
Mano, eu vou assistir pela Capcom Cup, mano. O canal da Capcom Cup. O canal da Capcom, né?
Tapped his head because my man, that was a speed run in the.
Gets a side with a jump back too as well.
What?
In thrives by that confirmed.
I don't know what the hell happened. When he tapped his head because my man, that was a speed run in these past 2 games here.
Oh,
He's not really giving time for Doc Forger to think.
and that's the way you got up. I mean, even in any matchup, any part of this game, overload their mental stack. It's definitely a game about that. And gets a side with a jump back too as well. The combo. Cooking it up the corner. The OD has to get extended here. Dark Hornet
Man.
gets a pickup.
Pick up, huge spend of meter though.
That's the problem. Is that you sit on that meter. Gonna get it back in blood here though. Perfect parry. Punish right after.
Safety jump.
Safe jump setup. There's the
Nice.
punish on the crouch medium kick. Okay, Doc Forger is switching out the
Bom.
time of when he's doing his buttons now. Just jump
Cadê
out.
o cross?
Hard across cut. Another failed super jump attempt. The whip punish wasn't even the same area.
Ixi, level 2 aqui acabou, né?
He's spending the dry reversal here because he didn't want him to activate level 2. We're gonna go for raw activation here.
Why not?
Mano, a boneca, mano, voando, velho.
He's in burnout.
E acabou, não tem o que fazer aqui não.
He's been going some
Yeah,
matter
that's
of when the
checkmate.
Perdoe
DI is
nessa
gonna happen,
situação
right?
aí, é
Plus, they fall off
GG.
with NRD on set point. Everything
GG
coming together,
demais.
seeing all the elements of Blanca put together where before it was piecemeal,
Yeah.
bit by bit.
After that, OG Seismo kind of spent all that bar from Doc Forgy. I felt like Mena just had blood in the water. He could sniff it out. Was able to activate the level 2. Nice 50-50 there. Flame kick does go in the front.
Again, one of the best defensive kickers, if not the top spot for defense. That jump back ball is everything. The punish on the sweep. Looking for the knockdown. One more interaction here.
Oh, God.
Ai,
All
que
right,
virada.
now it's
Ah, o Mena é
over
peso
with the
demais,
OG.
mano.
Command grab, OG. Grip the seal,
O
the
Mena
seal.
é peso
Mena
demais,
brings
mano.
it back from the brink
Moral,
of the
velho.
feet. He was almost sent out of this tournament
É
early. An Evo Capcom Cup champion said, don't ever doubt me.
Definitely never doubt
Mena
Mena
é
RD
muito
because, man,
forte.
we've seen so many 3-0s back-to-back.
Não tem como. Chaca. É lutão, hein? É lutão, hein?
Sim versus Akuma. I feel like in terms of Shotos that can fight Sim, at least Akuma has a dive kick, which is similar to how Cammy plays.
Yeah.
Can flip a limb, can get going, and the fireball pressure is really good too as well. That glass cannon help kind of sucks though. Sim don't deal the damage, but against Akuma, it feels like
fazer,
it's
gente. Já volto.
similar to other characters.
I mean, Enna is one of those other very, very technical players to me, but he does have a bust out. He
Yeah.
does have a bust out mode that he can activate, and I think that works really well against Dawson's playstyles, but Shaka might not even give him a chance here. There's the bust out to
You're right.
represent.
You be busted. Oh, the anti with the back fear stops the guillotine, goes in for another jump and trying to find any sort of way in. Uh-oh. Yeah, super hard anti-air. You're just gonna cover the approach of these fast fireballs. Easy way. There's a dive kick in play. Plus the recovery.
All right. Let's see, Enna, what you got? The overhead is gonna be enough because we're gonna spend the bar here.
The fact that there's always more up in the corner because Akuma gets those extensions to maximize the damage. This character's sick. This character's super sick.
He is a very sick character, and that's why they gave him like no health because they're like, you can't thrive in these conditions like that.
Ooh,
A counter hit. from the get-go with the Sam Muni kick there. The knee.
Perfect carry the fireball. Still there? Oh no, you gotta watch your things. Don't open up the back door, the level 1. Give him the damage.
Yeah, he definitely had his back plan there. Was able to work, get the combo off, but beautiful perfect parry coming from NL. Drive rush punish.
The plus frames, he aligns with the drive rush, and now he's quite a bit more, but he has him right where he wants him. That's in the corner.
2. Not a 3 though. But the punish counter is there. The whip punish is there.
You know, I think there's only a lot of things you can do. A little things you can do in terms of leaving that corner scenario. Crouching mini punch being one of them, slide. That's like the perfect range to wait for anything that was going to happen. Maybe even teleport.
Yeah.
Get him ready, you know. Well structured in this matchup. Perfect parry. Drive rush slow forward towards the corner again with the heavy kick. Great ending.
I want to see, I mean, if he's getting the perfect parries, that means he's got a good read on your timing.
You're right.
Doesn't get the punish. I thought he almost got the punish there from the floaty jump. Does duck under the roundhouse there. Shaka spinning the bar, getting some damage. And now sitting in the corner.
Oh, plus back row. Up with the jab.
Yep, staggering the lights here. Again, NL doesn't get the throw loop off, but we are going to get the target combo as a punish.
And the OD avoided the OD fireball. This time ready for it. Fool me once. Shame on you. Oh, nice confirm the crouching medium punch. Set it off with the super. Okay, Shaka this time with the reverse crouching medium punch. Working out.
Definitely fighting back right now. Although it feels like NL is dominating neutral, Shaka is still able to find him sneaking his hits here and there.
Yeah, that's enough, but for how long? This bar block hasn't really been expended that much here for NL. Level 2 up in the corner is a devious, dangerous threat. Good happen.
Nice teleport out of the corner. Able to build some space. Nice block, but gets thrown. Perfect parry again.
Had to go for it. Top 2 avoids.
Wake up. That was punish counter. That was a mistime.
Oh!
Missed the pickup.
Saucy with it.
I don't think he meant to drive rush there.
Drop cage gone. Both ashy. Don't meet him in the heavy. Forced knockdown. Yo, that was dope. That was dope. To get the heavy kick right after, high and up, that was sick of Shaka. Oh, wait, I feel like if you play in Sim, you gotta be aware of every scenario that you get for damage because you don't get it that often sometimes. You make the most of every opportunity. Shaka did so.
Yeah, certainly not. Probably combo only off the counter hit. Yeah, you don't see that too often.
Yeah, very rare.
Just like that, making it 1-1.
Walking down the back, Fierce predictive.
Very early snipe out of the air. Punish counter. There's the stand jab again. NL always ready with the reversal buttons.
All backed up. Get that whip punch, that forward Fierce, lurching forward. Taking his lunch right now. The held gone, the meaty stand medium, and the gutty works. Gets it with the heavy kick Tatsu. Probably gonna kill, but you know what? It's a one-touch scenario depending on what's played here. A nice little OD fireball possibly. He goes for it for the pickup.
Man, getting a juggle off OD fireball, being able to drive rush in just for the juggle, that's kind of cheap.
He needs it. Come on, he needs it.
Very, very important in this matchup against Dawson, that's for sure. We saw earlier Terry kind of struggling using Power Wave as a projectile against Dawson. Akuma definitely doesn't have that problem. Projectiles are way faster.
As a footy tool, being able to inch on forward definitely helps out. Other shoulders don't really have that. Hand side with the back here, able to get the side apply and the sweep or knockdown. Oh, jump heavy kick overhead, no forward. Fierce is perfect parry in the corner like yesterday's trash.
Extending the bar just to stay in there offensively. Let's see if this works out in Shaka's favor, and it does. Oh wait, no, it's not over yet. Wait a second.
No way. Oh, yoga uppercut. Well timed, because if you would have timed that later,
That was very early.
You would have got
Yeah.
body. GT would have came from that net. No Netflix. Game round and round right now. A lot of bars at the bottom here for NL. Hasn't expended anything, hasn't really had a chance to do so.
Yeah, Shaka's been doing a great job in like being truly confident in his decisions that he's making, especially for anti-airs, because all these anti-airs are working. He's doing them very, very preemptively.
You know, the teleport stays in front. NL saw what happened, and Javier said, not me. I'm not him.
NL not getting the perfect parry there. Able to stay in the green though. Very close to yellow. There it is. Punish counters all over the place, putting him in the yellow.
Trying with the 4 Fierce. Nice interruption from Shaka, keeping it nice and tight. Or else he's been playing very close to Akuma, which is kind of risky, but the button times have been fantastic. He's been able to check and challenge damn near everything. It's a one-touch scenario. Depending on what happens, he'll just fall the fireball. Jumps right on it. What can you really do? You're about to get burnt out, and then at that point, it's a chip scenario.
Well, yeah, it definitely would have burnt him out. He was trying to evade it, and unfortunately, because he did up back, the fireball continued off screen, was landed on it, unfortunately. So
Classic right there.
what an adaptation from Shaka here, because NL was so strong in the first game. Shaka started making all the reads, very, very great perfect parries as a meaty setup. It's going to make NL hesitant, and we're going to see a loose pick.
So I saw him practicing in the back room with this character. I was like, what matchup would you even do this for? But maybe it's like a comfortability thing. Maybe it's something where he has played this character for about 2 seasons until Akuma dropped, and then even then went back and forth playing Akuma and Luke until he settled on Akuma. But this is a ride or die scenario. You cannot switch back. NL.
It might really just be the case of having more health, just to give you more opportunities to get in there. But Shaka ready with the medium kick to stop the heavy knuckle. There's the ODDP. Again, another interruption. Sniped off the neutral jump. Proving a bit difficult for NL right now. Stuck in the corner, close to being... Okay, Tech was able to put him back in the green.
But Shaka's playing real active, real aggressive. Stampede finds the mark. I was going to say Shaka was definitely informed in this matchup and already felt so confident. I was putting pressure on NL. He still has a lead. He's still doing fine. The perfect parry with the buttons right after. Open him up. It doesn't matter. Wasn't even a perfect. I think that was just a perfect parry. Doesn't matter. Shaka up around. This is insane. Shaka not dissuaded by NL's pick.
I mean, very unfortunate for NL because this late, the switch came in a little bit late.
Yeah.
I feel like he dropped that combo, didn't get the shoulder tackle because that gave him Oki right next to Dawson. I'm not sure if he intentionally meant to not do the tackle there. And again, we're seeing the kind of struggle that NL is having on getting in on Shaka. And Luke's approach isn't much better than Akuma's. Akuma's had the die kick, so very surprising change.
No, this is enough. Big hill to climb right now. Only content to parry at this point. That's all you can really do. Shaka keeping him at bay. Long distance relationship. It's not you, it's me. Catches the butt, ready to go for the divine kick. Great time on the driver's crouching medium punch.
There it is, went for the suppressor again. Shaka's defense holding up. It's okay to take the forward throw.
Also with the walk-up throw right after it with NL.
Wasn't a punish counter, but he's looking for what Shaka wants to do. He's giving Shaka a lot of space here.
Yoga Noogie. Far at the bottom. At level 3 is time to spend it. You might even need to do that. Now it's a level 1 finisher. Some bar behind the perfect parry, Luke throw. This is how Sim wins. This is how they like to play a one-touch scenario. And there it is, the confirm off the fireball, off the stand medium. Shaka 3-1 over NL. Sim stays alive.
Very, very great play from Shaka. Very unfortunate for NL because I think that very last counter hit when he did the dash forward was supposed to be dash forward CA. Unfortunately didn't get that and got counter hit instead. I don't know what else he could have been going for, but Shaka, impressive performance against NL. Dawson, Shaka's that guy.
Shaka's that guy. Listen, the weakness of Sim has been stated by many people, but this is one of those games where every character is a threat. And Shaka himself has taken his character to the next level. The adjustments, the awareness, the proclivity to really stay in against a character that can melt like Akuma and find timings to interrupt that character's timings, amazing. That means that you get Shaka moving on in the bracket as well as Mina RD from Group C and D. Those are the people that survived this brutal losing run.
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about the people that means they are eliminated from Capcom Cup 12? We have NL, who we just saw, eliminated. We have JaBM, eliminated. YHC Mochi, eliminated. And Doc Corgi, eliminated. And you can see their names up there with the top 16 players now. You see, where are they? Actually, these are the people that qualified yesterday. Oh, wait, there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Shaka, Mena RD, again, not grayed out. They have survived into day 3.
They're still selectable.
Moving over into Bravery, you see him still highlighted, and Juicy Joe. The Street Fighter 6 action has been incredible so far.
So hard to call, and I love that people really pushing forward in terms of the meta, their own play. At this high level, at this stage, it matters so much. It's from getting to a lot of people, I feel. There's been so many upsets or even things that people might not even feel as upsets if they're kind of the homies, but regardless, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad because my Sea Viper, you know, the god had to drop, but you know, it was to Mena RD. We can't can't see Mena RD not make it into the top 16, but we are going to have a chance to hear from the winners now.
まずはグループ C を突破いたしましたメナールディ選手にお越しいただいております。おめでとうございます。
Congratulations, Mena, for the victory today. A very, very important one. We know it meant a lot to you, especially after yesterday not working out. My first question for you is, I mean, looking at that intense bout, when it was 0-2, what did you change mentally there? Because, you know, it was really going downhill and you managed to put it all the way back. で、まず、メナ選手に聞くのですが、0-2負けてる時に、一体何を変えたのでしょうか？何を気づいて行動を変えたのでしょうか？はい、答えお願いします。
I just thought about all the practice that I had, and I tried to focus again. That's why I changed the stage and just focus on my own gameplay. He was playing really good, but I had practiced a lot with Tachikawa and with Yamaguchi, so I just started to remember everything that we worked for and just keep it slow.
立川さんと山口さんといっぱい訓練してきていっぱい練習してたのを頑張って思い出そうとして一旦リセットしてステージを変えてなんかスッキリするのにちょっと考える時間も大事でできるだけ自分のスタイルに集中してフォーカスして対戦したという答えが出ました。おめでとうございます。はい。ありがとうございます。
そしてまだトップ16には明日勝たなければいけないので明日に向けての意気込みをファンの皆さんにぜひお願いします。
So the bout might be over for now, but of course tomorrow continues. Your journey is not over, and he wants to know what is your mood like, what's the motivation like, what's the morale like after that victory today ahead of tomorrow's games.
俺はメナ世界一。
I am Mena, the best in the world. You heard it from the man himself.
Família.
I don't think we need to come in. He is Pato.
Boa demais o Chaka passar, hein, mano.
All right, wrong. Sign.
Shot there. Red monitor of MG3 right. Yeah, with F12.
EF agora?
The throw right after Don Corgi with the tactic here.
Nossa, esse filme do Stitch tá horroroso, né, gente?
相当な激闘が繰り広げ
the hardest region to get into the cup. And he did have a bad start, but again, there was a beatdown. That's probably put as an understatement as well from Angry Bird. You can see there with the 3-0, Momochi staying solid. But the Cosmic Buster with that technical prowess, Pugera steps up because he is one of the most versatile players in Japan. I think it's safe to assume that, right, Damascus?
Absolutely. I mean, wealth of experience as well. He's been there for a while. Used to be an Ibuki brother back in the days of SF4. That's actually how I learned of Pugera's name first back when I was looking for tech on SF4, and then of course a lot of performances on 5, now all the way to 6, won the SFL World Championship last year. But you know the stat jammers is that so far the SFL World Championship winners of last year have not been so lucky, with Kawano already out, right? Achikun and Pugera in losers. It's not
when you ask it, guys have got and still update
first impression of right your name will whoever this conundrum right now. There is a bit of a debate on this matchup. Some people believe it might be Sagat's hardest. Some people believe Sagat does well. I've seen Blaz playing against Higuchi a good amount of times, and like it looks slightly Guile favored, at least to me. But Pugera picking Sagat against Guile, he's up to something, and I want to see that.
The thing is, if he tries to engage in the fireball, I don't think that's where Sagat excels. So he needs to play at a range where the normals are going to be more predominant. But Kaba has to be careful. The crouching medium punch into the drive rush cancel.
I think one of the key things for Pugera there, we can see that Sand Fierce and the Stand Medium kick, so that stops these Sonic Blades from up close. And that's what he's trying. And Kaba, though, trying to stay out of that Stand Medium kick. But that's when the Crouch Fierce comes out. Goes a bit further, big damage, put you in the corner.
No on drive gauge though, and I think Kaba did want to take that risk because Pugera isn't on drive gauge with that flash kick. Generates some space because he's already piling on the pressure and annoying Pugera with the Sonic moves until Pugera pops him back in the corner, Damascus.
Yep, Now you've got to block this plus 10 in medium punch. Another knee. And now you force. And that's going to be an opening, but no conversion. Could have been the end, but Figueira not ready for this one. Level 1. Bah!
Ooh, and that's the thing. Even though you don't really win the Fireball personally when playing Sagat, if you do have the drive gauge for his Tiger Shot and the Tiger Cannon locked and loaded, well, that's more than enough in terms of the damage output.
Yep.
Go back, man. Go back.
Ow!
Go back.
And he's going to connect the Sonic Hurricane there, and then he gets to pop out a Sonic Blade. That's good stuff here from Makaba.
Now we wait. Back to Futsi as well. Crouch medium kick attempts. Just trading blows for now, looking to get a clean opening. Figueira trying to stay close.
There you go, still having a meter advantage here. Is Kaba making sure he is losing a lot of drive gauge damage, but he's going to have to start, just holding the parry, playing some drive gauge here because he does not want to get a drive rush cancel and burn himself out.
Oof, the boots. Kaba is looking good right now at keeping Figueira away, just out of his normal range.
He's done a Tiger Knee in a while, but he has to hard read a Tiger Knee if he wants to get over one of those Sonic Booms, but these guys are showing an admirable amount of respect in the neutral here before someone goes big. There's the jump.
And now Figueira looking to escape the corner, but he's not the fastest. Oh, that was a risky drive reversal on Kama's side. This time we go for the perfect parry, and he should be able to get the kill with this one. Kama takes the rounds.
Unlucky there to Figueira. He just commits to the Tiger Knee of the crouching medium punch. I think he wasn't sure he was going to spend. He might have been two minds about spending the drive gauge. Regardless, he'll actually find around in this next game here. He has got Savage Tiger locked and loaded if a Sonic Boom is mistimed or even misplaced. Step kick. Oh, I love that. Brazen walk up there. It is -3, so people should try and walk forward and maybe steal a turn.
Trying to assert dominance on the Futsi range, and Kaba is starting to stay at the right kind of distance right now, outside of Sagat's normals. That's when Figueira needs to try and get in and force at least one throw to put him into the corner.
Drive rush there to generate a little bit of space as well. Someone's waiting for that big kick. Good backdash to avoid the heavy kick. Kaba's been whiffing that a couple of times here, but he is going to try and force a drive reversal, and he's not going to take it because he does have Tiger Cannon still stored here, does Figueira. Step kick can hit, that's big, that's huge. Yep. That's huge. He is going to cancel into the Vanquisher off of the Tiger Nexus here. That's a big choice from Figueira, and let's see if he's able to close out the round for us with a big combo.
Yeah, he just wants to burn Kaba out, and now that's done. Kaba's got one more, and he did not react to that drive impact. That should be enough for Figueira to get the kill. Yes, sir, 1-0 for Figueira.
That's it, right? You saw the amount of respect these guys were giving each other. We're seeing fireballs being slowly exchanged back and forth. Then they're throwing out heavy buttons to take away drive gauge, replenish their own drive gauge. So it's just a battle of the drive gauge mind games here with these two. And already, he's got less than 2 stock left.
Trying to get it right now. The forward light kick, of course, minus on block, so not pressing a button right after this. Figueira is trying to walk Kaba to the corner.
I wouldn't be surprised if Figueira tried to take a risk with a drive impact at some point because of all the buttons Kaba's using, but he might continue to just play it safe, because upside down, he's heavy kicking, no cancellation from it.
Yep.
He might have to go big soon.
Well, now he's just playing the normal game. We've seen a lot of that stance here being represented. Obviously, crouch medium. I think the key for Figueira right now is he's not really whiffing button, which is great.
And he thought he got the whiff punish there, but that is a heavy button there with a standing heavy punish.
Isso aqui dói.
He's going to get some nice damage here. He is going to cancel into the cannon Damascus. Interesting choice.
Olha
Yep.
isso.
He wants to get the burnout right. Attack on drive gauge, always one of the most important. And now we get away.
Ia subir pra não entrar em burnout.
Round taken.
Próximo cocô.
And that's it there, as Damascus called out. When the Tiger Cannon came out, Kaba was low on drive gauge, so that standing medium punch gave him a free combo, and after that, it was curtains for that round. So we're actually starting to see Sagat mentally debilitate Kaba, especially when he puts you in the corner so quickly. Look at that.
Kaba on the offensive now. Figueira is low on drive, so this is when Kaba wants to catch in. Yes, sir. Figueira burned out. It's now time to put some pressure on the Kaba side.
Oh, nice bazooka knee, and he gets the conversion as well. Tight link there from the stand light. Kick into the flash kick. Not easy to do that.
This is Guile Mastery.
He's one of the best guys in the world, so it's a cakewalk for him at this point. Good throw tech there for Figueira. About to get the drive gauge back online here.
Watch your toes, of course.
Oh, if he hits him now as a heavy or a punish can, he's dead.
Yeah.
I think if he gets a punish count, he's dead, yeah.
Big damage to the get in there with Figueroa. I think CEO locked in. And watch out for Scaba right now, he's low on drive. And Figueroa burns him out. And now it's big
Plus.
regaining attrition. Kaba looking to get away. Yeah, he's staying crouching, right? He's scared of that, and a great challenge there.
That was big. That was a very big decision there to try and commit to the greedy Tiger. I mean, it says it in the name, for God's sake. But
I mean, it's plus one block, and you've seen that Kappa block standing. He blocked the overhead earlier, right? So he was like, maybe he just stands after this. Let me try that. Let me call it out. Call out did not work.
And he does more drive damage from one of the balance changes recently as well. So it was a pretty interesting take from Pugera.
Yep.
Just got whip punished.
Watch out. Stand Fierce Whipped has like 17 million frames of recovery. So you should be ready for this one. But Kaba was not looking for a whiff.
Good. On the overhead there, and he will get the cancellation into the crossfire somersault for the guaranteed kill there. Just caught Pugera sleeping at the wheel, the down back, and that's what it is. These guys, they're laser focused on different aspects of the match. So when you do get a drive rush cancel, and he has got an overhead, you might not be expecting it, but it's very hard to see when the guy's got level 3 and he drive rush cancels. Is he going to go for the core combo or the reset? It's hard to see that mid-match.
Alright, Kaba claims some momentum right now. He's trying to keep that momentum up, right? We're looking to get close, and Kaba is starting to be at the good ranges, and this is when it starts being a tad bit more difficult.
Louco, o cara empatou.
Represent the jump in a bit more, trying to get there because the buttons are starting to whip. Kaba's spacing looking immaculate.
Still on drive gauge, here's Pugera and can't.
Shorty, Shorty.
Has said, and if he stays close enough, he gets a perfect parry to Sonic Boom. He can perfect parry to Step Kick. That's one thing I like about Sagat when he perfect parries projectiles in a neutral. Almost got the punish counter there on that Tiger knee. Ouch, that's huge. That's even bigger though. Straight to the corner we go.
To the corner, yeah.
Isso não é só um videogame.
Next hit put very much kill on this.
Videogame.
Delay, and you can see it there. He hasn't done a DPOS yet, but he's been caught by an overhead from a drive rush cancel, and now he's been hit by a stagger from Kaba. So Pugera's going to have to start paying attention and switching up these options for Masses.
Alright, Kaba, normal, asserting dominance now. With the neutral, and so far he's been pretty successful. But Pugera to shift to the corner, the walk back to let that 10 million whip into the punch-up. Kaba has adapted.
Almost. There you go. Big damage there. Cancellation into the Nova Tiger, and he's going to go for something big.
Mano, o Sagat tá pesado demais, né, mano? Esse jogo, mano. Morreu. Level, eu tenho que assar. Level 2 e level 3.
And we're going to go into a final round here. That button being one of the strongest pressure tools in the game will continuously be a nuisance if you keep disrespecting it.
Incredible with punish on this. Pretty sure there was a route to kill with a level 2 there, but Pugera taking no risks with this one. Decided to simply go for the charge TP into level 3.
Yeah, I think what you mentioned before about Kaba always walking bucket standing, he's actually just gone hard read with the low step kicks. Yeah. Not a full combo unless it's counter hit, but I'm more than happy to be up in your face.
Yeah.
Shorty!
There, you get a strike throw. And more importantly, you initiate, right? That's the key. More in a lot of matches, get to Bazooka-Knee, and yes, we catch out immediately.
Wow, that was a beautiful
drive
rush Bazooka-Knee into the crossfire somersault here for Kaba. Look at that. If he gets a drive rush overhead, he's looking good.
Nossa! Pegou na unha esse whip, hein? Nice decisão, hein? Aí jogo demais o cabo aqui.
He's tried to jump, he's tried to backdash, and Pugera's caught. We saw a counter hit, and this time he cycled back to the first option of the backdash here. Are we seeing a character swap from our Cosmic Buster?
Are we going for Bison? Are we swapping? And of course the crowd is making some noise for their home hero. Local crowd, very, very loud for the Japanese players, of course. We do remember last year, especially with not only Kakeru winning, but also Kawano during SFL World Championship. One of the loudest venues I've ever been part of.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Looking forward to Saturday and Sunday, of course.
Right, okay, I think they want him to pick. I think they want him to pick Bison.
I heard Vega, you know. Because of course we're in Japan, Jammers. Bison, there's no Bison in Street Fighter 6 in Vega. There's Vega.
Well, this will be interesting because I don't normally
Quem que foi que ele escolheu aí?
No, Jury.
Jury, mano.
Jury. Okay.
Poxa, eu não sabia que o Pugueira ia jogar de Yuri, não. A minha era a Bizão, mano.
Ignite a player to change character and play for the crowd. And I don't normally see with Japanese players.
Yeah.
We put that on top.
Well, let's see what the jury is saying.
This is not easy. I remember Nephew to talk about this a fair bit. Hard read there with the jumping.
I think Nephew, but I have
to be on point.
Yeah. If I see this matchup, I think about one person is Chico, man, because Chico and Linz, they used to run the concept with Guile versus Jury, and Chico was very vocal with this matchup being really uphill for Jury. Let's see what Pugueira has to show.
Let's not forget, Camera played Jury for a little bit as well as a counter play for a couple of characters when it was struggling for Guile at one point, but got him in the corner, tried to hit with the Renko kicks, didn't work.
Mano, deixa eu só ver a reação dele ali quando ele... Quando ele dropou, mano. Pra me aprender, velho, que eu fico puto. Deixa eu ver.
Let's see what Pugueira has to show.
Let's not forget,
Deixa acontecer,
for a
né?
little bit as well. Put that on top.
Well, let's see what the jury is saying.
This is not easy. I remember Nephew to talk about this a fair bit. Hard read there with
Olha pra ele.
I think Nephew, but I have
to be on point.
Yeah. If I see this matchup, I think about one
Nada,
person
né?
is
Pega
Chico,
o jogo.
because Chico
É.
and Linz, they used to
Sou eu,
run
já
the
faço
concept
assim
with
já.
Guile versus Jury, and Chico was very
Obrigado.
vocal with this matchup being really uphill
Dá
for Jury.
numa balada.
Let's see what Pugueira has to show.
Let's not forget, Camera played Jury for a little bit as well as a counter play for a couple of characters when it was struggling for Guile at one point, but got him in the corner, tried to hit with the Renko kicks, didn't work.
All right.
Has he blocked one of those yet? He did. Actually, no, he did earlier, didn't he? He blocked the last kick. Yeah.
Trying to get there, but as Jury is some work is put to get close to Guile. I think Kappa is pretty happy with that pick, to be honest. Bison seems
Mano,
to carry a
esse passamento do Cabo, hein? Vai matar não, hein?
Are you dead?
Are you dead? No, you're alive.
Here we go. Just hold the tap parry there. Do not jump one more time. Please do not jump again because he's getting the charge ready.
Meu amigo não vai matar também.
He's going to go into the level 1 here.
Será que valeu?
He will get some Oki, but I'm not sure what he's going to set up here, even in the burnout. Oh!
That was actually such a smart one. The jump
Ele não
back
falhou não,
option.
esse Super 1 aí não.
Just betting on this to beat a throw. Would have lost to a BT, of course, if it was a delayed, but regardless, that works.
Hey, give him his flowers too. Every time he's in the corner, he's actually made some pretty good defensive decisions. And he's on set point here, Damascus.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, Jammers, I'm a bit puzzled by Pugueira's pick there with Jury. Like maybe he's got some secret scrolls that I'm not aware of, but right now it looks like an uphill battle for him.
Hey, it might be a crowd pleaser at this point, but we can talk about that afterwards. Puts out the blade for respect, gonna get the cancel off the Renko kicks again. Forward throw, can he loop it? He's out again, yeah, he's out. Kaba does not care. Yeah, he does not care. He is confident in his defensive choices, especially with the situation he's in right now. Does not want to squander this one.
Get some perfect parries, but right now they're not successful. They are looking to get in. That's boots.
Burn him out. Harry, lovely stuff there to replenish as much drive gauge as possible before he has to go in, and he's trying to get something because he needs a feng shui activation or something here. There's Pugueira. Blocks.
Yep.
I don't know if he could have punished that with super, but that's neither here nor there. Throw tech there from Pugueira.
Team blocking. But Kappa is not really taking risks, and the crouch mid-up kick seems to be there. He goes with double drive rush into the level 3. He cashes out because he knows Kappa is lacking bars as well. Pugueira saves the first match point.
I like that he didn't even think twice about being greedy in a scenario like that. He's happy to splurge his Mia, but he is at a temporary disadvantage when it comes to the Super Mia here. He was struggling a little bit to get in, especially after that hard read he made at round start.
And it's okay to spend there, right? Because your opponent only has like what, 1.5 bars, so you usually think about spending that money when the opponent also has 3 bars. Because last round, 0 bars against 3 bars, that's an uphill battle. Right now, doable but difficult.
Essa situação é merda, hein?
Or look to burn him out.
Olha lá,
He's not
burnout.
looking too good here for Pugueira. Generates a little bit of space to buy some time here, but he gets the dive pick to connect. He needs to start walking forward to the
Toma
drive.
dive pra aqui que não morre.
He can't keep walking back.
Só defende, mano.
Back here again, good
Not
flash kick.
twice, not twice, brother. You did it once, not this time. Is he
Vai
gonna
tomar
test
dive
his reaction or not?
embaixo,
He's gonna wait, the bar's back. Drive reversal there, keeping him phased in the corner.
Cabo jogou aqui, hein?
Can play it safe here and calculated. It is Pugueira. But The pressure's piled on him. He needs to actually throw
Tem
everything
burnout
in the
de
kitchen
novo,
sink at
fogueira.
this point. Jump again. He's just gonna wait. He's gonna wait it out. He's not gonna risk anything. Nice
Nossa!
button. That was crazy. That was really good there.
E já era.
That was confidence on his button. And now Kugera has no more room to maneuver.
Nossa, o fogueira não é tão bom de parry não, hein?
Can't drive rush. It's gonna be a jump. He cannot drive rush.
Mano, o Pedrinho acerta parry, hein, mano, esse daí. Perfect parry.
Drive rush yet. Not checked by Kaba. The jump in is blocked and
Matou
again
igual.
that jump away light punch. Kaba clutches it. 3-1. Kugera wanting to be the crowd pleaser with Jury. Unfortunately, that choice not paying off. Kugera
O bagulho não tá tão cheio lá não, hein?
Kaba earned himself.
Now Pugera makes the exit out of
versus Tashi. These two
really impressed what I've seen by a DJ as well. So these guys both lost 3-0 yesterday, so they're actually looking.
Esse DJ aí é da onde? Da Venezuela? Esse moleque aí, esse Tashi? Não arrumou nada contra o Puto, coitado, hein, mano. Dá azar de pegar logo o Puto. O Puto é bravo demais. O cara precisava dar uma arrumada no meu setup aqui, mano. Nossa, tá uma zona, mano. Ganhei um monitor aqui, mano. Outro maior. Tá bonitão, mas preciso organizar aqui. Uma bagunça danada.
I think that's kind of a good accolade for the guy.
There we go, gets the whip punish into the target combo. We'll go into the light rising tackle there. Interesting for the Oki. Almost got the second perfect carry on the NS slasher.
In the corner and Tashi already struggling to get away.
You can tell by his movement and just how comfortable. Yeah, if you're throwing out round wave like that in pressure, you are super comfortable right now. Brimming with confidence, and he will be able to get the stun because DJ's level 1 has not got any invincibility. That was pretty much an easy kick. So Tashi needs to be careful how he manages driving it, especially against a colossal powerhouse like Terry.
And also Kincho specifically, right? He's very offensive. He's a guy who spends a lot of meter to try and get in. So he's gonna try to keep Tashi under pressure right now. With Tashi putting up in the corner, and of course Kincho showing him that he's got a DP on deck.
It's a forward throw here. We're going to drive rush in there as well. No jackknife maximum. Literally, as I was speaking about it, no jackknife maximum. He does it as I'm talking. And he's not going to get, well, he can get stunned again if he wants to try.
Eu já tinha feito já o Dive Impact já. Gastar Super 2, não tinha o que fazer depois. O cara é mais inteligente que eu, né?
Already 1-0 for the Japanese player, Tashi on the back foot.
I think the big problem there where we're going to actually put a magnifying glass there, Damascus, is every time Tashi's been burnt out, he's just lost. It's been easier. Yeah. That's obviously, it's supposed to be on paper, it's supposed to be easy to fight your opponent, but when Tashi's burnt out, he's not making it difficult, especially when he's already put in the corner and turned pale as well, and already another bad start here for Tashi.
Raising tackle.
Straight to the corner we go. He gets the back throw at least. Now it's about saving that feature, but not get the conversion. After reaching the throw, it's been a hectic match so far.
Oh, big looking, but there we go. Love that backdash into the jackknife maximum conversion there. Now he can actually pop Kincho into the corner here. Love the counter hit as well. Gets the stun. Dead yet? Oh, he's still alive. The level 1 wouldn't have done it either. And the back heavy kick counter hit there for your boy Tash. He's shaking off those nerves. He's starting to show you the rhythm in his gameplay, Damascus.
Yep, nothing more disappointing than coming up on stage and not being able to play your game. So I can see Tashi starting to get some rounds there.
Baby!
Get away. I'm not actually go for this one perfect carry. We don't give the momentum.
So for the quick burn Oki as well. Love that change for Terry as well. No, damn, these guys were literally stretching their hamstrings on the floor.
Tashi on the corner once again, and Kincho putting the pressure now.
He's blocked, he's blocked.
Ele defendeu, morreu.
Oh, he's dead. He wants to do it properly, he's dead.
Yeah, he's not got it.
Vai economizar as barras. É confiança. Eu economizaria também.
You can do the OD version of quick burn as well, or you can go for the regular situation where you dash forward throw. That's probably what he's expecting, which is why he crowd blocked.
Ou gastaria o Super 1.
Quick burn there from Kincho.
Alright, focus again, and listen, every single of this match is starting by Tashi being sent immediately to the right corner. Kincho now, he's level 3 to recover from that right gauge. Video like him. Everything's looking great for a Japanese player.
But what's the decision from Tashi though? That's the thing. He jumps out, gets away unscathed, gets a back throw as
O
well.
tava
fortuitously.
agachadinho ali, mano. Toma.
He's gonna have to wait a little bit to get that drive gauge back. What a trade. That trade was crazy. Wow, he is not giving up. He is not giving up without a fight. You've got to be careful. Their level 1 is locked and loaded there for Kincho. Oh, wow, that was sick. That was gangster. He's blocked. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, the punch counter. Oh, my word.
Ah, o Super 3 não pegava?
And now to watch out, right? Because that could be the end, but no
Ah, o
clean
Super
ends
3
here.
pegava, não pegava não.
Takes the
Pegou
game.
um.
It is 1-1. Jabbers, we having a match.
Damn, he said, okay. We're slugging it out. That back
Caraca,
kick
eu acho
actually
que pegava ali,
did
mas
well.
cara.
For Tashi, I
Vacilou.
must say, I don't know if Kincho's kind of like overexerting himself, being overzealous because of the way that Tashi is managing his driving, so he wants to really take full capitalization on that. Or he's picking and choosing his spots. I'm really not sure.
Let's see. Well, now, even Schwartz being the classic to open up, and once again, send Tashi closer to that right corner, but Tashi escapes. Double dash to keep the pressure. Looking to respond, so there was only a light on the other side.
Sash there, paid a little bit of respect. Again, low on drive gauge, waiting for it to be over the 60 meter there. As you can see, gets the conversion into the jackknife maximum again. And the empty jump low here. What's the defensive choice from Kincho? He's just going to block it out, Damascus.
Yes. But now he's waiting in the corner. Good challenge, but no. Immediately goes to jackknife maximum there. And another throw. Tashi is grabbing the momentum, Jabbers. It might be his time.
I think he's figured something out. The jackknife OS, the drive rush cancels, they've been actually slowing down Kincho a little bit as well. But also, I think it's just how he's annoying him in neutral with the back kick. With it. Wow, okay, yeah, he wanted to call him.
Mano, o maluco parece que tá na rank esse Kincho aí, mano.
Right now, red free, he can burn him out here as well. Safely with the air slasher. Loving this play from Tashi at the moment.
Porra é essa, mano?
He adapted his 3 bars as well, but he's cornering himself. That's the chance for Kincho, and this is not happening right now. A bit more pressure. Yep,
Mas já é X.
Tashi, he's getting in. And the neutral jump gonna be successful.
What a jump there from your boy Tashi. He can literally just play it safe. He needs to overcommit here. It is Kincho that has to do the overcommitment. That's huge.
Boy, yo.
Cancels to level 3. He will have to go for the critical art version of Rising Fang. You only got level 2, you only got level 3, so maybe he can wait. The distance is okay. Yeah, power wave's fine. Level 2 wouldn't have reached there.
I...
Oh my word, that was... Wow. And he was burnt out, so the frame
Meteu a ranqueada, mano. Na moral, amigos.
Listen, we have to do it. It has to be done. Kincho fading around there, and then we go straight to the roast of Tashi, showing that he's got no respect either.
Acho que eu vou dar uma arrumada nessa minha câmera aqui, ó, mano.
In this matchup, and Kincho putting Tashi under pressure in the corner right now. It is time for
Deixa ela mais pá.
Oh, I like it. These delayed medium punches. Kincho needs to catch on to that, and he has. Because he switched it up a little bit.
Cortar ela pouco.
Go back to taking the lead. You almost thought by the way
Será
that
que
game was
corta
timing
pouco?
out that Tashi was going to be the one to run up. But it was Kincho that managed to drag out a win and gets the lead.
And now we wait. We go back. Kincho, 1 game away from earning run back against Angry Birds. It was a tough match for him yesterday. Definitely would like to show some homework on this big punish.
Loving it. Loving the drive by just catching a couple of these moves and committing to. Speaking of commitment, the funky slicer does its work. It's been annoying us since season 1. Drive rush in. Dude, these guys are playing fast and speed. The fact that Kincho's keeping up with Tashi and maintaining his driving as well, making sure he's close to burnout, if not seeing the driving in front of him, has actually been exceptional. Oh boy, he actually could have won. Oh, he responded that as such. Wait, he did the other one? No.
There we go.
Oh no, why? Boy's gonna commit. That was a big bet there from your boy Tashi. I think he thought he was gonna commit to maybe a power wave or something. That's why he actually threw out the level 2 there. That was very serendipitous for Kincho.
Oh, the check on the drive rush as well. I know it's not easy to check DJ's drive rush. Kincho goes for the standard rush medium as well.
Deixa menor, né?
Very confident, tries the overhead, but the back row is going to war. Tashi looking to save
Aumentar
his
aqui a
life
tela
right now.
do jogo, será?
Japanese contender, are you okay? No, you're not.
Away with the power wave. He can actually pass down a little bit neutral unless Tashi has other ideas. Jumps away and he couldn't actually get the perfect parry in time. What a call out. Can a Buster Wolf come out? Not yet.
What a call out, Japanese. Went for the drive rush. Trying out for these.
No, that's huge. This is massive. And it depends on the combo he's going to do. He does have... Wow.
That was a weird decision on Tashi's end, especially with the opponent front out there, doing light PPI. Unfortunately got thrown. Kincho stays alive, and to the delight of the Japanese crowd, he will move forward.
Mas ganhou ainda.
For a run back against Angry Birds.
Eu nem vi o finalzinho aqui como foi.
Those guys who were going at it, tooth and nail, slugging it out, keeping up with each other. That's very...
Foi o final aqui. O... né?
That was a weird decision on Tashi's end, especially with the opponent
Ficou melhor assim?
doing light PPI.
Meu chat agora aqui
Kincho
ficou grande.
stays alive, and to the delight of the Japanese crowd, he will move forward. Losers final for a run back against Angry Birds.
Those guys who were going at it, tooth and nail, slugging it out, keeping up with each other. That's very hard to do at the highest level of Street Fighter, the pace there. Tashi had some insane moments there. Just a couple of decisions that tripped him up in critical points. But either way, he was able to show us why he's one of Venezuela's strongest. So hopefully, we'll get to see him return to the cup here.
Mano, o Angry Birds vai amassar aqui, né, ou não?
This matchup.
Yep, we'll see that. Angel has he did his homework, of course. He was telling me he's been playing
Eu
Lex
queria
and
um
I tried to do a
layoutzinho
lot
da
of
hora
Capcom
pra
Cup
mim, mano.
really for this matchup. So now it's all about showing what you lapped for. Yesterday it
Eu
worked.
fiz
Can
esse
it work
meu.
again today? Guess the throw. Put man into the corner, and you know what? I'm gonna throw you again. Kaba, your decision.
There we go, good block on the Torbaland there. Just backs away, generates a little bit of space just to make things a little bit more difficult. And actually has to be very cognizant of drive rush bazooka knee, and he got a drive rush jab instead there. Lovely sweep. That was a brilliant sweep there from the Angel. Throw again.
Alright, so I tried to go for the cheeky little overhead there, but Kaba committed. Nope, we've punished those. Excellent round for Angel.
You can see that little fist pump there in the top left side of your screen.
I'm liking Angel's body language, Jamroy. Like,
Yeah.
I was wondering if he would be nervous or not, but he looks like he's living his best life on the stage.
Again, he's just super excited to be here, to enjoy the moment, relish in the moment as well. And you can tell that with his gameplay, he loves the hell out of this character. And he has got Labushka ready. That was a lovely conversion there from Kaba, ready for the teleport.
They're not teleporting right now. There we go back to the shooty game. Angel looking to clutter the screen.
Que país é aquele ali, mano? E
Oh, okay. Got there, and then it is going to be a conversion. Set up shot here, get some drive gauge back before Kaba makes his entry point. Jumps in.
Oof.
não.
Gets the throw. Angel now goes to the corner, but he's shown yesterday he's happy to stay in the corner when needed.
But he stays in the corner as well because he's got level 2. So if he finds a way to activate level 2, he got the side switch. I think that's why he was walking away earlier. Yeah, he's walking backwards. You can see?
Doesn't mind. And to be honest, he's got level 3, so next hit kills for Angel.
It's got to be a punish counter, or maybe even a medium.
Nice.
Ooh!
Well,
And he still pressed the button anyway. EX doesn't even need it. And he is going to cancel into the interdiction here. This should close out game 1 in this run back.
In ruin. Angel taking game number 1, solid and confident. He looks confident in his game, and it's up to Kaba to adapt now.
Quando o Guile sofre pra JP, né, mano? Aí o cara achei que deu turbo Nex, mano.
And of course, Angel representing Germany, but also he's half Dominican.
Yes.
You know?
Toda vez ele morre pra JP nesse camp, né?
You know what, shout outs to Poppy as well. Poppy, he was talking about this before. Poppy's been a real inspiration and really helping him out, getting his mindset right for these kind of competitions. And Poppy has been a champion in the highest level of Street Fighter himself. So it's been really good on his psyche.
Pegando coachzinho ali do Mena,
As well,
será?
coming into this game brimming with confidence is crucial. And it looks like Kaba has gone back to the character selection there. Just take a moment.
Okay.
Take a pause, that's fine, yeah. I don't think he played too badly.
No, I mean, so far Angel looking solid, but Kaba, first match often is data, right? First to 3, you got a little bit more time to gather some data about the opponent. So far, it is working well for Angel, and it is time for game number 2.
He has got to change up his approach though, but I don't know if it has to be a more belligerent one. And again, he done drive rush into drive impact. This is what I mean. This guy, his disrespectful playstyle actually works in his favor.
Yep.
Quer escolha ali em cima, ali perto.
You know, caught by this one, a bit too far to go for the anti-air there, but the flash kick is going towards your Angel. Back to the corner, but he's alright, just keeping Kappa away. More shooty, you block him.
Good anti-air to stand media kick, does a very far jump, so he's very passionate about trying to get in via the aerial approach, but no sonic booms there from Kappa. Gets the, that was a beautiful block, because that was last minute.
And we've seen something in yesterday's match, which was whenever your Angel does drive rush, Kappa does not really check. And your Angel keeps trying to press buttons. I have not seen a drive rush throw from yesterday's your Angel performance. Is it something that we will try to represent or not today? That's the question. Now Pierce activates ChatJPT, the portal is on, neutral being played for you.
Let me download ChatJPT right now, see if it works.
When you got some money for ChatJPT Plus, yeah?
Premium subscription.
Premium, you get 2 of them, Jammers.
Alright, there we go. Gets the forward throw, or the back throw, sorry, because you do get better frame advantage from that, and it puts him back full screen as well. Oh, the bazooka knee almost connected. This is looking long. This is looking strenuous here for Kappa.
See, that's the premium subscription we ask. You get footsies, you get conversion, you get mix, all of it. Only for 2 drive gauge. Let's go. Your Angel punish counter, big boy combo. That's gonna be the round.
You can tell just by his movement, and when he doesn't have to advance forward, he does it anyway.
Yes,
that is how confident, that is what he's exuding. It's not hubris, but that's what he's exuding in his gameplay right now here. And a check on the drive rush. He perfect parried that before he drive rushed in there. So your Angel is ready on all fronts.
He's been playing clinical right now. All up to him to try and finish the performance right now.
Oh, damn. We throw again, got the bar, so he might actually want to activate a Lavushka very shortly, if Kappa even gives him the window to do so.
Angel is not taking risk, and again, right, the overhead is blocked, successful, and this is good, right? It's such an annoying move. It looks like a sweep, it looks like it should be minus a lot, but it's not.
It's really not. There we go, gets the unlucky there to Kappa, couldn't get a conversion, a proper one at that anyway. That looked unsafe, that looked hella unsafe.
Mano, esse target combo tinha que ser punível, mano. Zoado se dá pra fazer esse target combo, né, mano?
He gets hit now, he's dead. That's why flash kicked. If he got hit now, he would have died. Whoa,
Nice
okay,
pulo aqui, mano. Agora tem que gastar. Oi, neném. Vem aqui, papai, que o papai não tá ouvindo. O que foi? Vai subir? Por quê? Bibinha chegou? Ainda beijo nesse papai. Olha o chinelinho no pé, né? Bem,
We haven't seen a lot of these drivers looking. Yesterday that was the main way.
28. É. Ó, guarda aquela bolinha e guarda essa bolona lá no seu lugar. Deixa eu lugar lá do outro lado.
One dash into nothing, and that's going to be the back row right now. Angel keep Kappa away, keep pressing buttons, and this time activates level 2. What's the lab saying? Nothing, brother. Pa! Pa!
And he still gets the Oki set up over here. Be careful of a reversal option there from Kappa. He's going to have to block. Burn him out. Burn him out. Oh! Right, what set up? Wait, is he going to do it again? How did he set it up last time?
Good hit. Good.
No. Block it out.
What touchy?
Wait, how did he get that back? Wait, what? Wait.
10 seconds to go, Jabba.
Porra é essa, mano?
Call the VAR. Where's this bar from?
Isso não pode ser normal, não.
Nah, that's unfair.
Tem como, família.
Can we get a replay?
I need a VAR. I need the assistant ref.
Do you know what's annoying about this character? I'm gonna break the fourth wall here.
Daí o cara ficou com vergonha, mano.
He activates level 2 as soon as possible, and the way he's
É
been playing,
peso demais isso daí, mano.
he got 2 level 2s. I'm gonna talk to production real quick. He got 2 level 2s in about 10 seconds. Can we get red card for this dude? This is unfair. I've been talking about this.
Não sei se eu consigo ligar mais. queria mostrar aquela cortina horrorosa.
I wanna know where this
Right, and he's smirking. Now I'm gonna step up on the stage, man. I'm taking the microphone. I'm stepping up on the stage. Don't talk. God damn it! They told me I couldn't cuss. I'm sorry. I can't do this no more.
Every once in a while, you remember that you're not only a commentator, you're also a player. So watching this, you're like, ah man, oh, Saga, hold up. Kaba goes from one hard matchup to another. You know what? I respect that, Kaba. Second.
Go out with a bang. Let's go.
Sagatão!
Interesting about this. So drive rush low.
Sagatão!
I would really rely on.
Aqui eu quero ver.
Tiger knee can work here and there as well.
It's a matchup where as Sagat, you need to absolutely stay in Sagat's normal range, right? If you're at the range where your normal hits, you're good, but it's really hard because obviously you don't have the mobility to get in there.
O cara tava preparado, hein?
Man, he tried to get in, but he drive rush checked with that crouch in medium punch as well. One of the better.
Mano, essa situação é muito ruim, né, mano? Esse portal na cabeça, mano.
Oh, right, there we go.
Tem drive rush, ô, cara. Prometo.
It is such a difficult way to get in as well. It's like once Sagat is in, it's good, but getting in is a very uphill battle. ChatGPT activated once again. Your Nangel is just keeping Sagat away. Kaba trying, Kaba blocking, but Kaba cannot block forever. Perfect KO. Your Nangel on double match point.
É, cara, moiou esse pai.
Is he regretting the decision to swap to Sagat? I know he's got titanic damage, but you haven't hit him, mate. It's got perfect there, air to air, and I think Yon Angel's going to try and close out this game in style. I don't know what he's going to do, but I just sense something from the German. Gets the jump in, and the Bushka's coming in. I don't know what audacious setup he's got for us this time round, but it looks like he's going to play it safe with the double drive impact, or sorry, the drive impact conversion.
Alright, nice and long for Kaba. He's low on drive gauge. He's going to have to block, and he's burned out. And you're going to be put in the corner. What's the setup going to be after this?
Hang on a minute. He done something weird before. Has he amnesia yet? No, he hasn't amnesia yet. He's blocking it out. Lovely challenge. Lovely challenge there from Kaba. Can he get something started?
Angel is now keeping the space right now, right? Getting out.
Tem drive rush.
He's not the breaker.
Mano, o cara tá esperando, matou só esperando o drive rush do Kaba, mano. Ô, Kaba. É profissional, cara. Buscando, tiozinho. Dá humilda. Passou o pirulito. Aqui é Angry Bird, né? Não tem como aqui, né, mano? Fala Birds win. Esse Kincho aqui, não sei não, viu, mano? Esse cara aqui, mano. O cara classificou pelo Japão, mano. É, como que esse cara classificou, gente?
Yep, and he had time to do his homework, you know, watch the match from yesterday, see what he did wrong. So back to the drawing board for Kincho right now, and Angry Birds looking to move forward.
Puta, agora eu fiquei curioso, mano. ChatGPT, sabe falar? Kincho.
There we go, Angry Birds starting with the throw overhead that is blocked, drive rush and plays the
Drive rush in as well, just trying to see. Lovely whip punish with that standing heavy kick. Gonna go for the side switch there for the target combo. Okay. Perfectly timed.
Okay. The corner, yep, the challenge is correct. Another row overhead, but this time blocked again. Another one, brother. Keep standing, please.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I wanna condition you until I go for first medium kick.
Yes.
Burn. Oh, that was an extended delay from both of these guys. And damn, that almost got it. That actually almost got it. That drive rush crashing medium kick. What space is there from Kincho? I'm not sure if he was actually even expecting that, because he was standing up a little bit, but...
First one goes to Kincho, that's already a way better start than yesterday. Angry Bird looking to keep the pressure on right now. Yep, he gets the donkey kick.
Overhead again, yeah, why not?
You know what he's doing, Jamrus? He's just forcing him to walk. He's forcing him to stand, and that's when Farage medium kick is coming out into big damage.
Oh, lovely. He got that against Tashi earlier. Look, Kincho's ready with these drive impacts, man. Set it up correctly. That's going to be a massive punish here for your boy.
Delay base, this one is here. On the big 2 on this one. And Angry Bird's waiting in the corner now.
Oh, he's buffering. He's buffering that. A drive rush cancels behind that.
Which one is this? That's a great challenge. Kincho low on drive game, so is he going to go for a super? No.
He wants to kill him. And he already got him in the corner anyway from the throw loop. Good block on the overhead there from Angry Bird. That's going to be the round. That will be the round.
Let's go. Angry Birds takes the round and we go to last round.
Caraca, mano, classificou pelo Overwatch lá do Japão, mano.
The dungeon store. Normally they do the drive rush cancels. They did present a little bit more meter there. So good drive gauge management there from Angry Bird, trying to get a reset. I don't know why he is so obstinate and landing that overhead.
I think he's literally just making sure Kinsho starts walking back.
He's not.
But if you watch Kinsho play, right, like Kinsho's play style is he walks forward all the time. He doesn't like walking back. He will trudge, he will wait. I think it's just Angry Bird doing his combos on this one channel.
Can try and burn him out though, but he has to be careful of a level. Nothing. Yeah, okay, that's why he jumped. No one the super's gonna reach. Oh, here's the stun. He will store. He can't kill him, so he might have to reset. Oh no!
I think there was a round there, Jammers, with the EX Hashogeki. Unfortunately not working. He tried to get away, but the EXDP is going to work. But watch out right now because Angry Bird's at 0 bar, and it's quite easy for Terry to just get away. There we go. That's the answer. Let's go, Angry Bird. I'm not getting put in the corner, brother.
He said, I'm putting it all on the line with that light. Sure, you can 1-0 up. So that means Angry Bird's got 4 games against Kinsho right now.
Yes, sir. But slightly better showing for Kinsho right now than yesterday. And the question is, will he keep blocking this overhead? Or will he start walking back?
Kinsho just likes the challenge. As you said, he doesn't like to walk back. He likes the challenge when he gets the opportunity. Lovely conversion into the heavy power charge. Oh, ow! Oh, ow! All right, damn. Angry Bird block.
Another one. There we go. Again, a clean round. When Kinsho moves forward and gets the offense going, he's a mighty difficult beast today. First round for Kinsho.
The thing is, Kinsho gets rounds. It's just difficult to seal the deal against someone like Angry Bird. Okay, nice check. That was a beautiful check.
Are you saying that he got hit by the 3-0 but it was close?
I mean, the scoreline said different. But nice jump.
The game. The game.
Delay. Oof, big delay.
Yeah, you know what? No respect. He still got sliver of drive gauge, and for some reason this hits. Angry Bird gets the charge. The jump is a bit too far for Kinsho to try and anti-air it. That's going to be a throw for Kinsho. Angry Bird looking to save his life there. One parry. Charge because he's got the shotgun charge as well. If you want to power away a bit too much, his overheads are still not successful. And Angry Bird remains stubborn with these overhead jumps.
Well, 1 game on the board here for Kinsho. Do you know what I'd like to see? Do you remember when Angry Bird was doing the drive rush into the delayed crouch? Like
Ixi, aí surpreendendo, eu falando mal do cara aí, ó.
Try that with Ryu. I guess he wants the unscaled damage from the overhead. I don't know. Wow. All right. Rare footage of a solar plexus losing for once. Here we go. Forward throw. Kinsho's building on that momentum.
Esse Terry, vou falar um bagulho pra você, hein? Boneco é forte, né, mano?
He allowed Angry Bird to overexert himself. Get the whip punish on that crouching medium punch there as well. There, Kinsho really looking strong here.
Nice. Angry Bird putting him away right now, but it's definitely not as dominant as yesterday. Kinsho, small adjustments are paying off right now. Angry Bird in the corner is going to have to pick a defensive choice, and the challenge is correct. The stand jab.
Eu vou falar um bagulho pra você, mano. É capaz desse Kinsho aí matar o Angry Bird, viu, mano? Angry Bird com esse Ryu aí não tá pondo medo de ninguém, gente. Olha lá.
That was a little bit scrambly from both the players, but hey, we've got to bring dirt to a boxing match, duke it out, and try and get that round. Remember, Kinsho he's trying to prove a point here, get to phase 2.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused on this, but whatever. Kinsho walks back and gets the whip punish on this one. All right, Kinsho. Let's put pressure on this. Angry Bird still looking to be successful, but his offense has not been as good as usual. I think that was a miss TP.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Go forward. No level 3 though.
Nossa.
Yep. Gets the charge of with this.
That's punishable. There's a clean punish there from Angry Bird. Is he going to spend? He's still not going to spend on that level 3. Is he going to level 2 instead? No.
Essa aqui ele não ia gastar não, mano.
And it will close it out with a Shinsho Ryuken here, which means he is at that disadvantage with the super meter, which means Kinsho can actually get an early combo if he wants to, but the way these guys have been slugging it out, you need to actually spend that if it's going to kill.
Yep. Let's see, final round. An important round right now to go up 2-1 on this first to 3. Remember, this is loser's final. Loser goes home.
Overhead. Yeah, I mean, it works.
So many of them. I'll definitely have a chat with Angry Bird later about the overhead strategy. But that's I like picking the prey of brain. Of course. But the approach. Ow. You know what? That's an overhead.
Spend it. There you go. He is going to cancel. into the Rising Fang here. He's going to put him in the yellow, but Angry Bird hasn't got even one stock of super, so maybe a couple of throws will do the trick. Oh, OTP. Get away, my friends.
Looking to just challenge with the lights. Let's see lots of jump backs from Akincho who tries to kind of safely escape. Oh, watch out, that could have been a much bigger whip punish.
Dude, the way Angry Bird is slowly coming back into this, he tried to bait a reversal there, but it didn't come out, and that's going to be the game there for Kincho. I love the way Angry Bird was slowly clawing
Olha aí.
back into that set, but
Fala
good
dele.
resilience and good mental fortitude there
Fala
from Kincho to stay in this. So now he is looking victory in face. Angry Bird can actually take this to 2 apiece. He's got the potential to do so.
Alright. Looking way better than yesterday. And Angry Bird looking for the whiff punishes right now. There was a few move whiff from Kincho that Angry Bird did not punish earlier. Mainly because he's more expecting him to rush in. Oh, no punish.
My man grabbed hot air before he's able to take
Crazy
the throw.
tackle.
Almost. Unlucky. That was a very good attempt there, but unlucky. Good combo. Back dash there. Luckily enough, it didn't say punish counter on Angry Bird's end.
Ooh, but Fierce whiffing on Angry Bird on the back foot right now in the corner. Kincho's offense is relentless. What was that Tatsu for? Angry Bird not looking like himself today, Jabbers, as Kincho offers himself too much points.
Day 1 is different to day 2 here, and it is Kincho in the prime position
Então,
to take
minha
the
hitbox
victory.
tá suja, cara. Olha isso,
Pull out
mano.
a new strategy or something to claw his way back into this dogfight.
Can't lie, he's not looking like an absolute machine.
Eu acho que eu vou fazer isso, hein? Vou tirar esse negócio e vou deixar de molho aqui.
For the optimal routing.
Ih,
Still a
caralho.
chance to get in there. Oh, bad drive rush on this, and Kincho gets more momentum. Jabbers, he's almost at level 3.
Oh, almost got the trade there. They're still trading, and that's going to be a punish counter power wave. He's got to be careful
Ele
here.
tira só a capinha,
Cancel,
fica
he's got to
estragando.
cancel to level 3. Yeah, that's it. This is a very big, this is a chief executive officer decision here. And is he going to commit to a drive rush overhead or something audacious? He needs to do something.
He's not doing much for now. He's a bit scared of the Kincho's approach. Oh! Oh! Just like that, the run back insecure Kincho after getting absolutely bottomed yesterday against Angry Bird. Went home, did his homework, and wins the run back 3-1. Uncharacteristic routing and decisions on Angry Bird's side, but Kincho's
Nossa,
pressure
ele tá
was
muito
ridiculous.
sujo, mano.
Classic example of I might not
Nojento,
get it
velho.
right the first time, but if you tell me the rules and I come back with a new set of rules, we get adapted and we see
Angry
the turnaround here. Unlucky to
Falar um bagulho pra você, irmão.
Kincho, bravery.
yes. I saw
Ficar mudando de boneco toda hora nunca dá certo, né, mano? O cara tinha um Ken fortão lá. Show do Pedrinho agora, hein?
And is now back for re-release due to popular demand. Produced by Japanese figure manufacturer Max Factory.
H に参ります。実況席お願いします。
É? Ah, eu quero ver a entrada dele. É? O time dele não.
以上選手
É
入場
ele,
でした。
caralho. Quero ver a entrada dele. Pedrinho. Chamou?
As a but another
Caralho.
man really
Aí, cara.
一人目はブチ真面目系ヒーローカーチク
Daqui a pouco, neném. Papai vai limpar aqui. O papai tá muito sujo. Tem um cotonete lá, papai?
representing Good Aid Squad and
Hã?
Red Bull. He is a former Capcom Cup
Tem sim,
champion,
olha aí no banheiro.
Premier Rashid Master. Please welcome Japan's own honest hero, Gachikun.
続いて2人目はサンパウロのヤングビーストノーペドロ
No Pedro! É o brabo. Olha lá.
Representing
Tem que
the
tá confiante.
rising talent of
Todo
the South
cagado
American
deve
scene
estar.
and E1 Esports, currently ranked as one of the
Não tem, meu
world's
neném.
10 players. Please welcome to
Olha aí
the
nessa
Capcom Cup
portinha aí, ó, onde o papai guarda as coisas do papai.
Brazilian Army.
Naquela portinha ali onde o papai guarda as coisas do papai.
グループ G 最後の一人は G アンストッパボーコバヤ
O Baian é o carrasco.
This man is not just playing the game, he's reading deep into your soul. Brace yourselves for the muscle power of Japan and the top.
É maluco bonita. Porra, velho. É galã, hein? Não. Não, papai. Isso não é brincadeira, não. Neném, isso não é brincadeira, neném. É a primeira luta do Pedro.
Gachigoon and not Pedro is what you see for the very first match here in day 2 of Group G, followed by Kobion awaiting the winner.
Deixa só dois aí, neném. Não.
Not Pedro. I don't think these two have ever played each other before. Not Pedro being a Ken player might be a bit disadvantageous
Pega
to him because Ken is kind of a standard character that you play
potinho lá
against,
dentro,
right?
neném.
Gachigoon still
Pra
playing
colocar esse
Rashid,
negócio aí dentro. Aí
another
você coloca
character
água
that
pro
you do
papai e
see quite
detergente.
often, but not as often as Ken. And again, as you mentioned, waiting in the losers finals for them, Kobayan. Very, very excited to see who Kobayan ends up playing against.
Mano, eu
Is
vou
it the
derrubar
run
esse
back
bagulho.
with not Pedro,
Vou,
or
né?
are we going to see Gachigoon versus Kobayan,
vou
which
derrubar,
we researched
certeza,
earlier.
vou derrubar.
They played each other quite a bit of times, and Kobayan does have a pretty striking winning record against Gachigoon. Also a bad matchup. I saw Gachigoon practicing against Dual Kevin in the back. Close, it was 5-4, but Dual Kevin still says it's a pretty bad matchup for Rashid. I think he's a Rashid who knows it the best.
We'll definitely talk about in a bit. There's definitely a lot to kind of digest on Gachigoon's stream regarding that drawing. But as you saw earlier as well, Group H, it's
Não, 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 não. O que você quer pegar? Não, 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 não! Isso não, papai. Não, isso não é água, não. É álcool. Não, eu quero que você arrume um potinho. Não, potinho pra colocar essas tampinhas dentro. Colocar água e detergente, entendeu? Isso, pega uma tapuer lá. Um só, papai. Um grande.
Sure. I mean, they're all aesthetically pleasing. I will definitely admit that. Kobion, he's got the muscle.
That's right.
Mad fit. Pedro, still the young gun, and he's still stunned.
I like that. That's a good one. I gotta write that one down.
We got a lot to write down when it comes to what can potentially happen between these two players. Gachigoon versus not Pedro, a matchup that Gachigoon should be familiar with. To be fair, though.
I mean, in this matchup, how do you really feel it goes? I think on paper, it's pretty much 5-5. I think it's pretty neutral.
I think a lot of players, a lot of fans and viewers would kind of agree to that. I tend to give Rashid a little bit more of the upper hand in terms of utility around his fireball, in terms of his potential mix in comparison, right? I think Ken is forced to play defense a lot more than Rashid, but Ken's offense could also be very, very, I think, just as dangerous in the corner. It's more so about, like, the mid-screen and also the usage of level 2, which has been bane to a lot of players' existence.
Onde você colocou o cotonete? Onde você colocou os cotonetes? Traz aí, papai.
Yeah, maybe he didn't realize that the second hit of the whirlwind shot was going to clip him there because he only... Or Cyclone it was, I think, because it was a perfect parry animation there. But anyways, not Pedro.
Não, só deixei dentro de molho primeiro e depois esfrega.
Break out of the corner, kind of resetting it back to neutral here.
He's going to have to take his time, right? Not only for the life deficit, but for the drive gauge. Not enough time on the clock. Forcing the issue is Gachigoon for the first round.
Yeah, that was actually quite explosive. I mean, it's the first round. They're swinging at each other. They're trying to feel each other's buttons out. Some people feel each other out by playing a bit of neutral. Kind of taking it slow. They're taking it very, very fast. And here we go. As I mentioned earlier, the level 2. The Yasar is out.
Back it up. Yeah, just to get that extra mileage on the Isar.
Não, papai. Você tinha deixado uns aqui, papai. Você pegou de volta? E cadê?
Yes, beautiful defense from not Pedro. Gachigoon spending 2 bars, not getting too much.
Você deve ter pegado e levado lá pra dentro, né? Certeza que sim.
The roaring winds contain Gachigoon. Let's see what your defense is like when you're back against the wall. An excellent spot where the medium kick to bust out.
We get the 4th there again. Set up the medium whirlwind shot. The low 4 does catch him. We're going to spend some bar here. Yes, we are.
Yeah, great equalizer, right? You put him pretty much on life support for the rest of the round. You do get a substantial amount of drive gauge back. You force Gachigoon to an awkward situation. A little bit of a walk-up. He's creeping on in there.
Nice.
TLC! Bang! Right back, quick rebuttal.
This was the same exact interaction that we saw in the previous round, where they were both drive rushing at each other. And in the first round, Not Pedro lost that dice roll, but this time he came out on top.
Vai lá ver se tem cocô da navalha no pra você pegar.
A bit more cognizant of Gatsuku's approach. He did throw out that fireball initially, but Gatsuku again to the skies. We have the enhancement. The fireball, pressure layered on, finding the gap, standing light kick counter hit.
Again, crouching medium kick, doing so much work for Not Pedro right now, but does burn himself out using that driver cancel.
Louco! Que foi nice, hein?
Totally worth it. Putting yourself in the lights. The fist to the grill, backing away. No, he lost seconds!
Gotcha,
nice.
showing, get this pressure off him.
Vamos
Back
tomar esse
against
Super
wall,
2 aí.
on that critical art.
Fica do DP. Boa! Ela tem cocô lá, papai?
Despite the start, in favor of Not Pedro.
So much confidence from Not Pedro too, finding just
Mano,
little
o controle
moments
tá
to
muito
walk
sujo,
up and
gente.
press a button, and was able to walk up, condition Gachikun to not hit a button, sneak in that little throw to close out that game.
He's done a great job of picking and choosing his spots with some of the lights when he's under pressure, especially in the corner, but I'm more impressed with forcing the errors against Gachikun.
Mano, olha isso aqui.
Fight with Shumi does get it again. Not Pedro doing so well. Again, finding his spots, finding his moments with what normal he wants to press, whether it be standing light kick or the stand medium punch or even the stand fierce. All have hit pretty well.
We made that pregame analysis about the pressure that Gachikun or Machine can present. I feel like, Ken's simplicity off of the standing fierce just makes people so afraid.
Because you're stuck in the corner, you don't want to keep on blocking. You're going to start losing your drive gauge.
That's just some good.
Do that, parry this time with a proper punish.
Nice! A PD é bom, né,
Dash
mano?
up, make sure they're on their knees, get the airborne state.
Shoryuken. Defendeu. Ô, louco! Aí não, mano.
Yo, give me that! Hold on a minute!
Aí foi táticas, hein, mano. Aí é pra ir pro highlight. Ah,
we're gonna see a neutral jump punish come out from Gachikun here, but Not Pedro, you can't lose this round after doing such an incredible punish. There it is.
Yo, clipping the startup of the Cyclone.
é louco, aí é highlight. Aqui eu tô sentindo que o Pedrinho vai andar e vai dar DP, hein, mano. Ele vai meter essa. Ele vai, ele gosta disso.
That jab DP came out so early for the invincible frames, was able to recover in time. Okay, Not Pedro labbing. I mean, this is why he's here at Capcom Cup 12, right?
The young phenom. We got to get fully introduced to him this year over at CEO. We saw the potential. I'm glad it's coming full force. I mean, full swing, excuse me, over on the big stage. Crazy dialogue between the two right now.
Beautiful play. I know someone's clipping that onto Twitter somewhere already. I gotta watch that again. That was beautiful. That was sick.
Easily within the top 5 plays in phase 1.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if anyone's gonna beat the Blah Shao Hai, but that was.
That's pretty damn close.
Sério, mano.
In terms of like technology.
Yeah, technology, incredible tech, and just like that, I didn't realize it's already 2-0 against Gotch.
Wild, absolutely wild.
Beautiful first showing from Not Pedro at his very first Capcom Cup.
Meaty overhead off of the run. We get the extension of the lights. We get the throw.
Gachikun not really having a chance to breathe here. Able to sneak his way out of the corner, but not finding. Okay, drive rush is going to connect here.
A little bit sharper on the approach, right? Going in those lights, knowing full well Pedro is going to try to maybe assassinate the drive rush attempt. Oof. Off of it.
Reaction to the drive rush, but the only mixer here. Gachikun finally starting to set things up. Not Pedro trying to fight his way out with that stand light kick because it goes so far.
It's like the measuring stick, right? You want to check the distance a little bit, kind of push back the opponent, create your space just like that. Against that standing medium punch punish counter.
Another perfect parry.
Caralho, mano, podia acertar muito perfect parry, mano.
We're gonna get the level 2 here.
Nego 2 vai matar?
I can hear Tasty Steve down the hall. Tetsugen Night Shot. Match point already?
The words almost hit my mouth, and then you said Tasty Steve. I was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't. Steve's got that. I can't do that.
The Shippuden right. Tasty Steve, if you're ever watching, that's how you actually say it. I'm sorry.
Finally, the second level 2 we see coming out. We didn't see much mileage of it from the first time, and we don't see any mileage of it from the second time. Not Pedro, clearly very prepared for this matchup.
Oh my god, still catches the recovery. Punch counter throw, knocking on the door a little bit. Great response, and cost him some bar.
That was a proper punish for the Jinrai though. Again, the low medium kick still clipping Gachikun. Oh my god! Tried to go for that double shimmy there and another perfect parry.
Shoryuken.
Oh, no, and just like that, not
Amass.
takes it over Gachikun.
Amassou.
3-0.
Amassou.
So convincingly.
Wow, wow, wow. I think the knock Pedro for a split second was in slight disbelief. You never thought a Capcom Cup champion would fall by the wayside within phase 1 in the fashion that it has been conducted. When I was watching Gachikun stream a little bit after the Capcom Cup drawings, as soon as he found out Kobion was in the pool, he had a very funny reaction, obviously. He was kind of freaking out. He's like, Zangief, I can't get away with you, or can't get away from you. That wasn't the issue here. Not Pedro. He wanted to send him back home into the seats, at least, probably for the rest of the weekend.
Nossa, guys,
Pedro,
quase.
what a turnaround.
Arcade sim, dá uma limpada nele aqui, ó.
Beautiful. I mean, even when he played against Kobayan yesterday, it was fairly close. And I did have a chance to pick his brain to see, you know, what his thoughts.
Amassou o Pedrinho, mano. Pedro, caralho, Kobayan de novo, mano.
But as you mentioned, headset. Adrian, I've seen this kid doing unsafe
DNS can opener, really high potential players. You guys were tuning in, appreciate it.
Cool. I would
E o Kichi é Pedro.
back to back, but no.
Kimberly.
I gotta.
O menino joga bem de
I don't
Kimberly, né,
know
mano?
if I support the
São
my pick,
loucos.
but you know, good choice on Ryukichi.
It's gotten pretty far over Street Fighter League Japan, and he's stuck with the character even throughout Street Fighter League, or sorry, Capcom Cup's World Warrior.
For sure, and beautiful whip punish coming from Lugabo from the beginning.
That was excellent. That medium punch is so difficult sometimes to spot out.
Yeah, and especially whip punishing with stand light kick. Not a common button with Kimberly, not as common as the stand medium kick, but here we go. Ryukichi able to activate the level 1, putting Lugabo in the corner here. What's the next step? Is it a throw? Yes, it is. Is it a throw again? No, we're going with fans.
A lot of damage incoming. We do get the enhancements into the Ryu engine. Having a lot more in stock. Lugabo still trying to find a way out. That corner pressure was so heavy. So one-stop pressure there.
Beautiful pressure, ODDP to get the one-stop pressure away from him. Lugabo's gonna have to find another way to approach again.
Bang! What a bait out.
Beautiful elbow drop just to force Ryukichi to whiff that DP. Very standard Kimberly play, but here we go again. Two-can setup.
Mano, esse combo é dano, né, mano? Puta que pariu. Mano, esse cara não é inimigo do level 3, né, mano? Tinha uma luta dele que ele não usa level 3 não da boneca, mano.
Securing that space in the corner, Ryukichi can get a single hit. It could be over. Actually, from both ends, right?
See Lugabo kind of mixing in his aerial approach right now. Just see
Fica
the
vontade de jogar na arcade,
nice
porque não jogam.
Was able to recognize that the fan was coming at him. Did not commit to the jab combo.
I wonder if he would have been able to do crouch jab elbow to level 3, but we're going to get a crouch jab starter regardless. Into the level 3, had to do it. Level 2 wasn't going to be enough. For sure, level 1 not going to be enough. But we'll take this level 3 finish, the critical art. Get yourself that buff going into the final round of game 1.
Very, very important. A little scary though because Ryukichi is sitting on that 3 bars. He's going to have 3 chances to activate a level 1.
Kaguru no Mai. So supplemental to her kit. So much more of a presence with the fireball. Attacking on that extra damage. Oh boy, speaking of which, that overhead connects right into the Kaguru no Mai.
No bite, but we are going to get the whiff punish with the jump in on the Fierce.
Arrumar lugar pra encontrar meus arquivos.
Down below, just at the end of the low medium kick. Carrying over to the side, the Global trying to readjust. Take it to this guy's a lot. Ryukichi beats him up airborne. After the teleport, doesn't even try to take the throw. Counter hit in between! The pressure! Oh, the timing! Even better though from Ryukichi.
The wake up delayed medium punch, crouch medium punch is able to, it catches so many people because they try to stagger their own just to make sure they don't get hit by whatever you wake up with, and they just do a little too late on their time with their normal. Delayed on your wake up usually catches the other person, so we'll see if Lugabo kind of adapts to that sort of rhythm that Ryukichi has going on.
It's really difficult too because most of the time I feel like it's an educated guess. Like there hasn't been really any big tendencies to kind of look for within this short of the set thus far. That was only game 1 against Lugabo, right? In fact, he could also apply even more strict meaty pressure, throw loops if need be. But if he gets that opportunity to, until that happens, Ryukichi is laying it down.
The pressure is on. One throw, Potentially, nope, doesn't take the fight block there, but yes, that is a true punish for anyone that tries to follow up with it. Straight into the level 1.
Although the fan didn't hit, it's still pretty punishable. Ryukichi taking it nice and easy, gets the perfect to start off game 2.
Very dominating right now. Rugabo was able to find some ways to get in there, but isn't able to lock down Ryukichi. He's been able to fight his way out every single time.
Slide hasn't really been a factor to deter any of the fireballs, right? He's been throwing it at such difficult times to react to it. Even when he does so, it's OD, but speaking of which now, we get the level 1. Oos, what a parry. As long as he gets the level 1 activated, he doesn't even care what the damage is. Oos, fireball trap is there.
There it is. Here's a mix-up again, back to the corner. Doesn't fight on the shimmy, but we are going to get the air-to-air. Doesn't get the full follow-up.
And still manages to sneak in that stand jab. That counter medium kick should have deterred him from pressing buttons.
Still alive, but we burnt ourselves out for the drive reversal here. Okay.
Oh, he's so eager for the chip, Sherry.
He's trying to get out of the pressure. He's trying to get out of the pressure. We're going to go straight into level 2. It's not going to kill.
But it does stop the drive gets coming back.
Might be able to set something up here. The neutral jump again works. Neutral jump shimmy. What a comeback from Rugabo. From the burnout as well, from that drive reversal.
Everybody panics in burnout. Just a matter of when. Rugabo caught the timing. Speaking of which now, the timing and benefit of Ryukichi off of the stand medium kick. Damn, that's meaty. Hold up, just target combo. Set up the fan, counter hit. Ryukichi engage.
We're gonna have to see another comeback from Rugabo if he's able to do it.
So much drive gauge taken away. And so is the life. Unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary roughness. He didn't need to do all that.
So I was like, how many level 1s on average per game? That was like what, 3 or 4? Maybe 3. Maybe 3.
I think it's 4. I think it's 4.
All right. All right.
If we get one early, we get one to close out the round. We get one in the second interaction.
Listen, man, scared money don't make no money. He is spending. And that's just the nature of the beast. Mai just needs to operate that way to get such a significantly, I want to say like, give a significantly rough time to their opponents just based off of the fireballs, right? The spacing hasn't really been too impactful against Ryukichi throwing out some of these fireballs. It sets him up nicely for a fireball trap to intercept an air approach. It's up to Rugabo to whether or not choose to do that, go for a shallow elbow drop on the other side on the ground. Rugabo hasn't really had a chance to like slide under projectiles, which could be a significant deal, but only within the right spacing.
Yeah, Ryukichi, I think he's got a good sense on when he wants to throw out these fans, because Rugabo did throw out some slides, but they've all been parried, albeit not perfect parry, but hasn't gotten any mileage off the slide. But Ryukichi is getting so much traction with the fans that he's throwing out, whether it be the follow-up or like Rugabo not being able to perfect parry them.
Very quick start from both ends, right? Swinging at each other, throwing out the drive rushes in response to the parries. An excellent jump over. Hey, listen, if you can time it correctly, if you can predict it correctly, you get heavily rewarded. Speaking of heavy rewards, another can setup and also another restock. Hold on. A little grabby on the side of Ryukichi.
There's a perfect parry, walking out of the pressure again. This is going to be it.
More than enough damage in the tank just in case. Rugabo firing right back at Ryukichi, staying alive, getting that first round.
Definitely. He's been finding his ways to open up Ryukichi. He just needs to find more ways and really not let Ryukichi throw out his fan pressure like he has. If he's able to get that jump and if he's able to evade that neutral like he is right now, he's got a chance.
Seems like a little bit of a mishap coming in from Rugabo. Right before that drop, now Ryukichi on his counter with the crushing heavy punch. Damn, son. The throw will be impactful, but so will this drive reversal. Excellent call. Gets the startup of the fan. Oh, the run stop pressure stopped again.
Ryukichi's so ready with those reversal jabs just to check those run stops coming at him. Even though there's a frame trap that Rugabo can sneak in there, he hasn't represented it yet.
That's such a good observation as well. I think he's only hit him with one frame trap off of the crouching medium kick thus far. It just shows the willingness from Ryukichi. Granted, he has been counter hit out of a lot of situations on wake up. It's just a matter of whether or not Rugabo can get that chance to apply the pressure. This is an excellent start to it.
Definitely unfortunate from Ryukichi. I don't know if he meant to do that because Lugabo did jump over him, but great chance for Lugabo here to get things started, activated. Doesn't want to get burnt out. Still gets it anyways.
Nice call, sticking in the drive impact right before Ryukichi can even think about it. How do you kill though? Do you have your route for lethal? You sure do. Level 1, building up all of that meter. Plenty of meter to spend. In the game, on the board, Lugabo taking game 3.
Very optimal sequence in the end there, going straight into the match. It's going to be tough for Lugabo to come back, but very strong start, at least with the whiff punish with the stand medium pick there. Pressure's on.
Ooh.
Backdash, no punish.
Get the perfect parry though. Off with the jab chains. Right back at ya. Trying to play some side swaps. Forward throw. What do we do now? Roundhouse to catch a delayed button. And the run pressure in the mix as well. The throws on top of it. The mental stack is rising.
Held the parry a little too long there. Trying to skip the fan pressure. Perfect parry. Wrong direction though.
Slightly imperfect.
Stand medium punch into the level 1 here. Another perfect parry. Not yet. There's no way,
I don't know. Level 1.
Oh, he got
into
to level 2.
He just got it. Just to secure it. I understand that. That's perfect. I wondered if he didn't build that level 2, if level 1 would have been enough because it's the enhanced version.
Yeah. There is a lot of scaling, but yeah, who knows? Very good to just secure the deal. Spend all that bar.
Nobody wants to walk away with it, right? If you didn't do it, right? Oos! Punish counter. I couldn't even see what the attempt was from the side of Lugabo, but he's paying for it dearly.
There's the back throw into the corner. Let's see if Lugabo can get it started. First throw. Nice check, no follow-up.
Hold the buttons a little bit. Hold the buttons. You see the tick throw now coming into play. Because there are opportunities where Ryukichi would try to perfect parry in between certain strings. Big punish counter. Prone to throw, at least during these circumstances. Lugabo.
The
back dash! Big question mark, Sherry. And disastrous.
Not out of the game yet. Okay.
Ooh.
Trying to bait out something from Ryukichi.
No cross cut. No cross cut at all.
No, none at all. Out of sight. Huge whiff on the DP there. I think Lugabo, that sweep was probably the level 3, but worked out in his favor anyways. He's gonna have another chance to find his way to get a level 3.
What a whiff punish.
Jab, whiff punish. Again, dealing with the enhanced fans, which has been so difficult for Lugabo to deal with. High pressure in the corner.
Ooh! Not falling for the throw, catching the timing, but not complete combo. Catching mid-air, that was sick! The interception! Drive rush forward into the roundhouse, get the jungle elbow into the level 3.
Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna see the loop here. There's a tech on Ryukichi. Oh, wait!
Good drop! It's not a punish, it was a counter hit still.
Tension is high!
A touch for either player. Could get another game. Could get an elimination. Counter hit is enough! Yes, it is! Lugabo stays alive, bringing us to the final game!
That was a bit of a scramble, but that punish on the jump back was so good. Was able to get it all started for Lugabo there. Gosh.
Why?
I was clutching my pearls. I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna be this next interaction? It was it. It was it for both of them. And now we're down to the last game of the set.
I wonder if the elbow would be able to push out far enough to avoid the fan off of the crouch jab.
The Vagabond, right? But I don't know if there's some sort of startup on that. Surprisingly, Lugabo got hit there because he represented the parry earlier. Nice drive reversal, keeping Ryukichi in the corner. But
the scramble in Ryukichi's favor. Uh-oh.
Slides haven't been working out for Lugabo, but the delayed button as defensive options have worked out for both players so far.
Worked out for Ryukichi, putting him at match point yet again. Again with the drive reversal, we'll definitely take that. The step! In perfect parry. Ryukichi's been almost near 100% with that, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, 2 for 2.
That's gonna be parried.
Into another level 1.
What a sick combo. In trouble. Burnout is there. He successfully gets the jump out and is rewarded heavily with the cross-up. Neutral. Oh my god, the jump out. No way, he's dead! Oh, what a read. Wake up, jump forward, medium punch. Oh god, the jump. And in trouble. Burnout is there. He successfully gets the jump out and is rewarded heavily with the cross-up. Neutral. Oh my god, the jump out. No way, he's dead! Oh, what a read. Wake up, jump forward, medium punch into the dive bomb. Ryukichi, you genius.
We've seen so much tech get busted out so far, and Ryukichi rolling that in his pocket, just knowing that Rugaba was going to go for that jump setup, was ready for the air-to-air follow-up, missed it the first time, was able to get it into the level 1 this time. Very unfortunate for Rugaba. It was hard, but great display. Still a great display of Street Fighter 6.
No, I agree with you. It's not for nothing. I think the adjustments that he made to take it all the way back into the final rounds of the set were mad impressive, right? He's adjusted his timing. Ryukichi was forced to do the same. He applied the pressure that we were expecting and found a lot of success off of that to lead him into that final moment. But it just so happens there are moments in this game where the player just played better that day.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of times Rugaba won those games off of scrambles. He just succeeded in the scrambles, but that very last game, Ryukichi kept it like knit tight.
Speaking of reads, Kobeon coming up.
The
Talking
king
about
of reads.
Exactly that. His reads are buff. Perfectly suited for the man with the busting biceps. Yo, not Pedro coming in from a very hot streak. 3-0 over Gachiku. Let's see if he can ride that momentum going forward.
The one-man Brazilian army coming out of Not Pedro versus the unstoppable coming from Kobayan. I do enjoy watching Kobayan play because he is, I mean, you're a Zangief player, right? Like, your entire game plan is forcing the hard commitment upon the other player. Are you gonna press the button after this plus headbutt? Or are you gonna take the SPD? Or are you gonna hold up so I can get a headbutt into headbutt or a hell stab? So who knows, like, how this is going to go. I think it's still in the air, but Not Pedro actually, when he was doing well in the first time they played, is actually very similar to how he played earlier. A lot of stand light kicks, a lot of crouching medium kicks that worked out in his favor. But I guess this is a guess against Zangief.
It is a possibility, right? I think taking a look back, Pedro had taken 2 games over Kobeon and was already getting rather excited, really ready. He was popping up a little bit. He was feeling his own anger. And Kobeon brought it back just like that. A lot of the replays that I have watched, a lot of questions around why would he go for multiple headbutts? Why would he get the reset? Guess what? It worked out towards the end of the set. It depends on how early Kobeon wants to instill his fear with that. That's going to be the name of the game. Will not Pedro be susceptible to the pressure that Kobeon can get during his time? Here we go, game 1.
Projectile start with Jinrai. Zangief doesn't have an answer to Jinrai, really. What a confirm!
Excellent.
Early cancel into the toss as well. Perfect parry represented there. It was a low as well.
A lot of pressure. Already rising up against Kobeon. Perfect parry. It's the jab. Multiple stabs.
And you mentioned earlier how Kobeon likes going for those headset rebuts. Reset headbutts. I don't know
Nice
what
work.
I just said.
You know, funny enough, my brain still put it together.
But we just saw it there as well. Didn't go for the damage off the perfect parry, but went for the reset. Just to let Not Pedro know he's willing to do it.
Oos! Definitely a punish counter. Still within range. Drive up. With the knees. Pedro trying to use movement as a defensive tool. And now it's the OD uppercut. Hurting himself out in the process. A little bit of a stagger. Kobeon not biting. But his opportunity to get the punish counter. Yes, sir. He's chasing him down a little bit. The neutral jump against the run step kick. What if he TP'd?
Well, I think Not Pedro, really, really smart for Kobayan, was hoping for the block on the medium kick because he would have gotten enough for the level 3 build to chip him out and burn out. But it's really smart by Kobayan for the neutral jump there.
I really do wonder if the one uppercut would have had enough of a hitbox to catch Zenyu in the air like that, right?
Yeah, if he wasn't committed to the medium, the step kick, yeah.
The line of sight for the chip, pretty high percentage, right? Kobayan again, making the perfect read. Oos! Big counter hit from the big fella.
Fierce is in, really wanted beautiful level 3. Not Pedro was going again for the burnout, so he got a little greedy with the overhead, but that's gonna be enough.
It's gonna be a punish regardless in between that Jinrai if you commit to that second half. Actually, even if you don't, you're still gonna get punished. So we did talk about that instance literally in the green room a couple of hours ago. Kobayan having that level 3 presence is just it's so dangerous to even try to do anything related to Jinrai.
Again, Fierce's heavy punches, trying to take down the meter from Kobayan as much as possible. Hopefully paired with some health.
Staggering the timing of those lights, trying to catch a button for Kobayan. Hasn't given them anything to work with just yet. Pedro cautiously backing off and then right back into the swing. Speaking of swinging, excellent punish counter off of the light. Catching the backdash as well. Very well layered offense from not Pedro.
Look at the dance that Not Pedro is having with Kobayan right now, keeping him in the corner. Some back up, dry rush in, step away, stand light kick, fighting his way in, dashing up forward. Really, really sprinkling in how he wants to close in the space against Kobayan and also backing off and then jumping right in. Kind of, on defense in the corner, it's pretty difficult to deal with.
Yeah, most of the time you're so used to something linear, like harassing and standing heavy punches, which has happened on the grand stage before. Level 1, used to take away the opportunities from Kobayan. Kind of dangerous too. Kobayan is looking to stop not Pedro, at least push him back to the mid-screen. You can see how much he's fighting back with some of these lights, even some of the heavies. Heavy commitment with the SPD. Oh my god!
One more hit, one more guess, what's it gonna be? But again, so scary with Kobayan having the critical art available to him.
He could kill if he finds the opportunity with this critical art. That's the one, baby! And I can't believe he actually dashed up just in time to catch the crouching medium kick. He's deader than dead. Shout out to Sajam on that one for sure.
And so godlike, because the one button that you are focused on is pressing that low medium kick to stop someone's forward approach to you. So you saw it come out as the critical art animation was out as well.
Oh, the back down! Hold on. Headbutt. Not forced to take it. I like that. Not Pedro sneaking in the crouch jab. The attempt for the headbutts have been stuffed thus far.
Really good parries from Kobayan. Saving. Look how much bar he got back from just blocking that.
Man. What? One false swipe. A big mistake. Pedro's paying it tenfold. Level 3. You got it.
Just enough to even it out to 1-1. Again, these rounds, these games are going so close. We love that.
It's what we want. 3-0s are cool, you know. But if it goes down to the wire in a very heated set as the adjustments are being made, consider us happy campers here on the desk. All tied up, one apiece.
See more projectiles come out from Mount Pedro now. We didn't see it too often in the previous. There's a drive reversal, get the pressure, the mix-up after the low medium kick drive rush. Beautiful with punish with the roundhouse there. Taking him all the way to the corner with the Tatsu.
Oh my! Another grab attempt. Pedro making it hurt. Backdash. Not gonna be fast enough. Ooh. Pedro on the drive gauge. He's like, you know what? I don't care about blocking anymore. I'm throwing out these heavies. Oh my!
Very unfortunate for Kobayan. No punish. His backdash a little too safe. His backdash a little too slow to get the punish there. Again.
Ooh wee! Pedro, please! He is dancing in the ring right now with that.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate because when Zangief's in the corner, his charge fierce is kind of all he really has. But one of the most punishable buttons in this game.
I feel like that's exactly why we haven't seen as much as effective against someone like Pedro. But we do get a sudden burst of energy. Now Kobeon getting the most he can out of the crouching jab counter hit. Pedro trying to dance back in there, which he does. Drive rush in, forward throw, do it again, fierce. No fear in Kobeon's heart.
Now Pedro's just got all the right reads so far. Beautiful backdash and getting the punish there on the SPD. So unfortunate for Zengi because his buttons are very slow, but he is getting close to that critical arc.
Ooh, that was bad awkward. Kobeon tried to flex. With that parry, Pedro, wait a minute, out of there. You're not getting me with this one, buddy. We got the level 3. Pedro making a statement going into the next game. 2-1 in his favor. I thought we were going to see it again, Cherry. I'll be quite honest with you. I thought we were going to see it.
Well, I knew I was going to see the CA. I just didn't know if it was going to hit or not. Like when he did that neutral jump, I was like, there's no way he's not doing CA here. But Kobeon now at a deficit. Not Pedro, up 2-1 at this moment.
A little similar to their previous performance in day 1. A little bit more of a, I want to say, stoic demeanor coming from not Pedro. He's not celebrating just yet. The confidence is there in the gameplay. He's not showing it physically until he secures the W.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little difficult for Kobeon, especially in the neutral. Like, he hasn't been able to find his footing. He's in the corner every single round, I think, so far. Like, outside of, yeah, even the ones that he has won, he's been in the corner for majority of the round, fighting his way out. And when he's in there, not Pedro, it just seems like he's in his rhythm. Like, he's got, when he wants to throw out the normal, like, we actually haven't seen a jump come out as well. Maybe he, I don't know what it is. He needs to start introducing some newer options. Right now, it's not working for him.
It's so difficult. Pedro's put himself in such an awkward position on the screen away from Zengi to consider trying to jump. Because I think Pedro, within the first game, had kind of proven he was ready to anti-air any sort of air approach. So I think that might have kind of hindered Kobeon's thought process and forced him to play this ground game. But if any adjustments could be made, Kobeon can't do it.
He's going to need to reset into the SPD. Good damage there.
Grab. Pedro back to back, slightly delayed on the throw. Not too much pushback, but it creates some space for himself.
Sprinkling with some medium kicks here from Kobeon, trying to keep him out, but not Pedro. Sneaking in the dry rush just to get in again.
There was another perfect parry to an SPD that would have been gone. Backdash again. This time catches the low. He's so ready for some of these things. He's avoided so many of them with backdashes. Hasn't really paid off. I think the first time we've seen it actually get rewarded was within this round. Running bear grab. Not in Africa. Bam.
Burnout as well. He's gonna have to introduce the charge fierce here.
Even so, with a read like that, I felt like Pedro was just so far away.
He was hoping he'd stick out a button.
I understand that.
But, yeah. Again, when you're playing Zengi, sometimes you just have these hard commitments you have to do. Nice check on the driver. Finally ready with the stand light kick. Going straight to level 2. Trying to find a burnout situation here from not Pedro.
First level 2 we've seen thus far from the big fella. Oof. Uh-oh. I couldn't tell you what that was from Pedro. Kobeon is absolutely going to take it. Uh-oh, it's going to be away. Doesn't need it. Pedro thought the same exact thing, and he got punished for it. Dry rush into the knee, nice and easy. Kobeon not going to drop this combo this time.
Not at all. Not Pedro. Very unfortunate that he dropped the combo there off the fierce. He was trying to confirm that into the DP. Luckily for Kobeon, he's still in the game. But again, take it to the corner again.
Oof.
No bite.
Trying to tempt the big fella. Counter hit. It's the knockdown on the other side. The knees! Into the SPD. Drive rush forward. Very early chomp. Does get the counter hit. Woo! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Get the rest of it. Don't drop it this time. Where's the level 3? It doesn't matter what your name is.
Goddamn.
Goddamn.
What a turn of events. The momentum shifted so fast in that game. And right now, again, another set. We're 2-2 last game.
I think it was too far for the level 3, perhaps. But But either way, I'm glad he recovered. Got the W for that one because we're going to a final game. Already caught swinging from both ends. Tech is there with Punish understanding medium punch against Kobeon. Into the corner we go. Excellent block and a counter hit. And it was a counter grab, excuse me. You saw it.
Yeah. There's a Jinrai putting Kobeon into the corner. Seems like he's a bit more comfortable here though. Let's see if it works out in his favor again.
That's a good way to put it. A lot more comfortability in the way he's navigating against this matchup. A lot more hits are finding its way against Pedro. Not going to be phased by the fireballs. Uh-oh, but he's going to get phased by the view reversal getting blocked. Dash up twice, knock on the door. Could get another throw in. The flex is there, like we said. And another one. Pedro on match point, looking so much needed for himself going into it.
It's a little scary because, again, Kobeon on the brink of having the level 3 here. Kobeon actually hasn't shown that he's going to level 2 through projectiles yet. No punish counter, both backdash to get away from pressure.
Uh-oh, punish! He went for the reset. Pedro is willing to press those buttons. He's done it once before against one of the potential headbutts from Kobeon in the previous rounds. Uh-oh, big exposure down below. Give me that level 3, yes sir. Drain as much drive gauge as possible. Shane down the big fella stamina.
There it is, what's this guess? There's a couple more hits. Now Pedro's gonna have to sneak in and he finds it with the roundhouse.
Uh-oh. Absorbing the blow. Hit the long distance. Get the knee! Wait a minute, he sat there, right? Oh, the uppercut!
No, he didn't sit there, and that was the wing. Wait a second. This is going to be a hell of a comeback.
Oh my God, there was backdash away! And he tried to drive impact. Pedro just shy of it. The elated emotions for the run back. It is not Pedro, but it really is. Making it into phase 2. A reborn man, renewed, completely invigorated, with a chance at redemption in the round robin.
Let's go. I'm almost shedding tears here. He started crying, I started crying too. But beautiful, beautiful play from not Pedro. Perfect spacing on that projectile there. TI just a little too far for Kobeon for it to connect there. Bit of a scramble. Those sweeps were so scary. But yes, congratulations to not Pedro moving it on to day 2. Unfortunate for Kobeon, but shout outs to Zengi Pilato, right? Because not Pedro and Zengi Pilato play each other all the time. It was his training partner for this matchup, both from Brazil. It is a community effort to get these players here. Woo, training partners and everything.
Brazil, stand up. This is your representative, your champion of Brazil, making it through to the next day. With the community efforts of leveling him up to becoming the phenom that he is on stage. As he bid farewell to Kobeon. He's had multiple stellar performances throughout the years. Cut short just a little bit too soon here this year's Capcom Cup. As you can see how it progressed, Group G, Pedro 3-2. Very similar score from day 1, just in reverse order. We get to see him proceed to the next deadly phase of the game. Damn.
We both have the same feel. That was quite the match. Another double Jeopardy. Here you go again. Travis Styles versus Ryu Kichi. Travis Styles is the one who sent Ryu Kichi into losers yesterday.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a scramble. There was a moment where we had the name switched, and I was like, there's no way Travis Styles had a packed Ken ready for Ryu Kichi's mind. No, that's what I'm saying. I definitely checked the tapes, checked the VODs as well. But it was, it rang true. It was indeed Ryu Kichi that was rocking that Ken.
Yeah, and I wonder if the strategy is going to change this time. Are we going to see a My Mirror match here? Yes, we are.
Sherry Jennings calling it even before we see it. Will the pick live up to the hype? Will we see a change of results in our final match? here in Group H. Let's find out. Here in Game 1, Travis Styles versus Ryukichi into Double Jeopardy. No uppercut.
He immediately jumped in from Ryukichi. Oh,
You like that?
it's kind of looking a little like an online rank match, I'm not going to lie, but
That's a Ryukichi specialty.
a lot of buttons coming here.
That's totally fine for Travis.
You see how scrappy it's getting. Both these players like throwing out buttons, like throwing out fans.
Ooh, but I like that different strengths of the fans being implemented from Ryukichi to expose some of the gaps. Again, yo, Travis still busting out with the Ryu engine. Not taking too much damage for himself. He still has enough to throw some of these fans out into space. This is how no Mai gets intercepted or blocked, I should say. Facing trap, you know it.
Okay, you know what? Why not? It's the very first round.
This is so genius, by the way. You know what's cool about that? That entire sequence, it could be a little bit risky, but he built a lot of meters for himself. He forces Travis Styles to make that decision whether or not he wants to either die from chip or spend a level 1. I think that's totally fine from Ryukichi the way he implemented that.
Yeah, and the level 1 wouldn't have really worked anyways. Like, in that sequence, it was very difficult to find the right timing to get out the level 1 there. So, it was smart stuff by Ryukichi. Nice meet.
That's an excellent trade that Travis was definitely going to take. However, Ryukichi's not going to take it laying down. I'll get it no mic.
Double dash forward, trying to go for the throw here. We're going to see a lot of exchange of the fans here, but Ryukichi with the enhanced ones. Travis Styles not really finding a way to activate his level 1 yet.
Very important to do so. Oh, that is huge. I couldn't tell you what that standing heavy punch was off of the perfect parry. Back-to-back punish counters now coming in from Travis. His opportunity, not going to be a level 1, but the damage, we'll say, kind of compensates for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so early in the second round, able to build a meter there. Ryukichi busting out. Not willing to deal with the pressure here. We're going to land right on the fans, get the jump, not enough to kill. But this throw is...
Pretty good rebuttal. Mr. Styles.
Definitely.
I've never called him before.
I've never either. I never thought of Mr. Styles.
That is such a broken name.
There it is with the forward throw. Travis Styles didn't really get a chance to build that much meter back. But maybe he's able to this round. Ryukichi sitting almost
Eu tô
on
falando
the
aqui
feet,
com o negócio
close to
desligado,
vertical
hein,
as
mano.
well.
Não nem falar nada também, mano.
Not going to pursue after the fans. Playing a little bit more behind is Travis Styles.
Okay.
The burnout, yo, he's swinging, smashing on that crouch medium kick.
He's playing in Burnout, but he's playing like he's not in Burnout.
Oof! Double sweeps in music. Same brain cell.
Same character, same brain cell.
That's a burnout.
Not the best position to be in right now. Wasn't ready with the level 1, and this is going to be enough for Ryukichi to take the first game. This my pick is working out in his favor. Okay.
Puxa,
Alright.
o que está fazendo, mano?
Travis Styles. I think a little bit too fearful. I think he's getting ahead of himself. Every air approach thus far has been uncontested against Ryukichi. Thinking about maybe Musasabi no Mai with the dive bomb could potentially stop him. What? You gotta have him do it first, right?
Yeah, I think he's kind of a deer in headlights. I think this is kind of why Ryukichi plays the way that he does, so scrappy, because we haven't seen a whip punish really come out from Travis. We haven't seen him anti-air also. He doesn't, I think he's having a hard time kind of predicting what Ryukichi wants to do with him in the neutral.
That's fair. I feel like if the predicting is not going to be working out, you gotta force those errors. Try to implement your game as soon as you can, but it's very difficult. Easier said than done, obviously. Parry. Too far for the throw, you can't do that. Bust out with a Ryu engine at a very hefty price. You have the parries intact. Gain some of your bar back. Trying to contest it between the fans over Travis Styles. Trying to throw out a Ryu engine. He's getting stuffed out. A lot of damage so far. Ryukichi trying to control. Again. Sherry, how does he do it, Sherry?
I mean, no anti-air. He's kind of just giving this up to Ryukichi right now.
Oos! Counter hit! No!
He knows that.
Okay, very expensive, albeit still around on the board for Travis. And he was buffering that pretty well, pretty obviously.
Yeah, he was. Unfortunate for him for the drop, he didn't need to spend the 2 bars if he was able to hit it. But let's see if he's able to kind of activate. He's got to wake up.
Waking up first though. Ryukichi snatching the pot of coffee away. He does get the level 1 activation more often than Travis Styles had earlier. Damn! That's a lot of damage. Level 1 again. Restack. Ooh, he still got hit.
Huge hill for Travis Styles to climb, though. Yeah.
Oh.
Ryukichi ready with the anti-air every single time. I actually haven't seen that many fans
Me
in neutral come out
pointy.
for Travis Styles. It's been Ryukichi that's kind of applying the pressure every time behind the fans. Travis Styles more so looking for buttons, but he's still not going for the whip punishments.
It's so difficult too. There's the first fan. And then immediately rebuttal with the back throw, excuse me.
Yeah, Travis Styles is kind of losing the projectile war right now. Like, he haven't been able to find a way in. Every single time he does, he finds a way to rebuttal it.
This defense is phenomenal against his character. As it should be. He's piloted for quite some time now. Against some of the best in the world.
Having to spend that OD50 bar, burning himself out. I mean, we still are sitting on 2 bars.
I like that with the air-to-air. That option is clean from Travis Styles. Full bar, does get a level 1 on top of that. Let's see you drain the drive gauge if you can. Ryukichi burned himself out.
Ryukichi.
Totally worth it.
No anti-air again.
It's very difficult. Travis Styles finds himself in a predicament yet again. Ryukichi's about to get a full bar. Can he get the KO beforehand? No, he cannot. Checks him down. This is an opportunity. Ryu engine just in time. Uh-oh. Can't throw a fan now. You see Travis buffering. Oh, wait.
What's he buffering? He's throwing in this pressure. Great defense from Travis Styles right now. Defending, but the perfect parry is going to allow Ryukichi to take it.
He's so sick. He is so consistent with the defense against my approach, specifically around the fans. You asked that question, Travis Styles. Where are the fans in neutral? Ryukichi, he's already had the answer to you.
I mean, I'm surprised because you know, as you mentioned, he was buffering for the level 2 in neutral, but Ryukichi let the fan drip. Super came out.
Oh, very sneaky. Some of the fans appreciated that one. Oh, gonna throw now. Set up with the fan, OD. Looking for an early button, hence why the crouch medium from Ryukichi. There's the anti-air, number 1. Nice stagger pressure. You saw the counter, and Ryukichi tried to fire away.
Nice back dash again. Drive reversal. Ryukichi not okay with burning themselves up. There's a crosscut EP. Finally, overhead delayed is going to connect. Going to get the level 1 off, and this should be it.
Oh,
if you just play all your cards right.
There it is. Yeah, it still stops the Musasabi no Mai. Even if it's that high away. I think it was going to be chipped regardless. Ryukichi, he tried to press a button. There was a counter hit on the board. And speaking of, the board is Travis Styles now around, hanging in there. Oof, what a stop to the drive dash. Gave it to Kaguru no Mai yet again.
That beautiful check on the drive rush there. Travis Styles again, just pressing some buttons. Not at the right time. Ryukichi is winning that war every single time so far.
The layers! Damn! Hella damage on top of that. That is so difficult to navigate, Sherry.
Off the air-to-air, so much damage. Travis Styles is really going to have to fight his way, claw his way through these games now. Something's going to have to change, and it's going to have to happen now. Because it is match point for Ryukichi.
I like that, switching in the offense with the throw against some of the attempted parries that Ryukichi's been doing all set long, right? Uh-oh. What a... Oh my god, the juggle.
Drop there. Travis Styles still in the corner, though. Haven't got a chance to get a perfect parry on any of these pimp fans.
See the overhead as well. The amount of pressure and the amount of damage is amassing. He is absolutely going to finish it off. Ryukichi with a commanding 3-0.
I thought there was a chance maybe there was going to be that Mr. Travis.
If you'd found that route,
Acabou?
Not for day 3.
That's
Quantos
the one.
grupos são?
You know what? I
Pra
believe you.
caralho.
Like whatever you say, I am that. Travis Styles still, as you bid you adieu. It's always a pleasure to see him play and perform, and also evolve his playstyles into different characters. On VODs when I get to see him play over in the Oceania region. But there you have it. G&H.
Jota, deu L, vai, mano.
Established. Now we get to hear their thoughts going into the winner interview.
Cara, o Tokido eu não assisti do Tokido ontem, nem vi porque ele perdeu, mano. Eu vou parar por aqui. Mais tarde eu assisto mais. É isso aí. Valeu aí quem acompanhou aí, mano. Fiz o Nurk aí, então um salve aí. Nós estamos juntasso. Muito juntasso. Até a próxima. Até a próxima, rapaziadinha. Fui.